let him lead you. It doesn't matter how you feel.
Saying he's led by God, but you feel like God is not telling y'all that. Do you still follow him?
You said something interesting, Ish. You just said like men don't think the way that women do. So it almost sounds like you don't fully trust their expertise. So how could you successfully be led by?
So the majority of men don't have kids. Y'all are picking wrong. Y'all are literally picking the minority.
Every man that's on this panel, y'all have more kids than all of us women.
51% of black men are single and childless.
Excuses for the statistics. The statistics don't go well in your favor. So you say things like, okay, are they shooting blanks? Or they
because men, I don't feel like men are overall passive aggressive. The majority of men. Do you think that silence is that passive aggressive? Because we will do that.
Yeah, because there's niggas that'll use that as a way to trigger a woman. Like, because a lot of time a woman will tell you, like, when you're silent, it makes me feel like I'm ignored. So a nigga will do that intentionally.
Yeah, no, I'm just because I didn't agree with the passive aggressive part until Mary said that. I'm like, okay, I could see men and be like, you know what? I ain't saying nothing else. Will unsubscribing from the Democratic Party help fix Black America?
Let's just unsubscribe. No, you got to know why.
I don't think so. That's the only thing that get black people together. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Wow.
Shit like that.
What I think will fix is if black people truly understood politics.
Because for a guy, because listen, it's so many different reasons for a man to want to hang out with his friends.
Adrian, I'm not gonna let that slide. I heard you. Why do you think that it's older single women who share that opinion?
Sometimes that's the case. There has to be
balance. Explain what White History Month is.
It's honoring the achievements of the greatest ethnic group in human history.
Wow.
I think all of that shit deserves a put them in the bathroom.
Would you rather have a whore of a daughter or a gay son?
Let's see here.
Bruh.
Because if she's a hoe, that ain't my problem. Hell, she just be a hoe. Shit.
That's a whore. Definitely. Like,
yeah, is going to college a waste of time?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't think for biology.
It's ridiculous.
And can I just piggyback on that?
Read this for me, Q.
Okay, $5 super chat from Omega Green. Depends. Go for STEM, medical or law. However, if you go for BS degrees like communications, is that supposed to be policies? Or
Poli-sci, political science.
Poli-sci, okay. Yeah. Or criminal justice, it's wasted time.
Final thought.
When you take a man's time, it's like taking his money. When you take a man's money, it's like taking his time. Simply put, we want something for it. If you're not interested, don't go out. Sis, hit me up. Let's clear your coochie balance.
Do women, should they still be covered by men? Do women need to understand what it takes for men to feel like they should be covered by men?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, women don't value men anymore, and it's evident.
For women to admit that they're not equal to their men, women have to come to that conclusion that you are not equal to your man. Are you for spanking? Let's go around the room, yes or no. Q, you for spanking?
Absolutely.
Age.
Okay, so big kids don't get spankings?
You gotta fight them niggas.
There's no difference between divorced women and single mothers. The man will, in both circumstances, suffer comparably with no benefit to himself. The benefits don't outweigh the cost.
But it's still better to go with someone who hasn't gone through that. It's still better to not choose them.
Have men been getting over on household duties all this time?
Listen, but I don't touch a trash bag to save my life.
So let me ask you, could you and your wife switch roles in what you do versus what for that person hold y'all back or let y'all go?
Physically, can't nobody hold me back.
Ain't no such thing as a fair fight. But Ish, what can't be fleeting? But Ish, what can't be fleeting?
And then you're letting him lead you. It doesn't matter how you feel.
Saying he's led by God, but you feel like God is not telling y'all that. Do you still follow him?
You said something interesting, Ish. You just said like men don't think the way that women do. So it almost sounds like you don't fully trust their expertise. So how could you successfully be led by
So the
women?
majority of men don't have kids. Y'all are picking wrong. Y'all are literally picking the minority.
Every man that's on this panel, y'all have more kids than all of us women.
51% of black men are single and childless.
Excuses for the statistics. The statistics don't go well in your favor. So you say things like, okay, are they shooting blanks? Or they
because men, I don't feel like men are overall passive aggressive. The majority of men. Do you think that silence is that passive aggressive? Because we will do that.
Yeah, because there's niggas that'll use that as a way to trigger a woman. Like, because a lot of time a woman will tell you, like, when you're silent, it makes me feel like I'm ignored. So a nigga will do that intentionally.
Yeah, no, I'm just because I didn't agree with the passive aggressive part until Mary said that. I'm like, okay, I can see men and be like, you know what? I ain't saying nothing else. Will unsubscribing from the Democratic Party help fix Black America?
Let's just unsubscribe. No, you got to know why.
I don't think so.
That's the only thing that get black people together. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like
Wow.
that.
What I think will fix is if black people truly understood politics.
Because for a guy, because listen, it's so many different reasons for a man to want to hang out with his friends.
Adrian, I'm not gonna let that slide. I heard you. Why do you think that it's older single women who share that opinion?
Sometimes that's the case. There has to be
Explain what White History Month is.
It's honoring the achievements of the greatest ethnic group in human history.
Wow.
I think all of that shit deserves a put them in the bathroom.
Would you rather have a whore of a daughter or a gay son?
Let's see here.
bruh.
Because if she's a hoe, that ain't my problem. Hell, she just be a hoe. Shit.
That's a whore. Definitely. Like,
yeah, is going to college a waste of time?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't think for biology.
It's ridiculous.
And can I just piggyback on that?
Read this for me, Q.
Okay, $5 super chat from Omega Green. Depends. Go for STEM, medical or law. However, if you go for BS degrees like communications, is that supposed to be policies or
poli-sci, political science?
Poli-sci, okay. Or criminal justice, it's wasted time.
Final thought.
When you take a man's time, it's like taking his money. When you take a man's money, it's like taking his time. Simply put, we want something for it. If you're not interested, don't go out. Sis, hit me up. Let's clear your coochie balance.
Do women, should they still be covered by men? Do women need to understand what it takes for men to feel like they should be covered by men?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, women don't value men anymore, and it's evident.
For women to admit that they're not equal to their men, women have to come to that conclusion that you are not equal to your man. Are you for spanking? Let's go around the room, yes or no. Q, you for spanking?
Absolutely.
Age.
Okay, so big kids don't get spankings?
You gotta fight them niggas.
There's no difference between divorced women and single mothers. The man will, in both circumstances, suffer comparably with no benefit to himself. The benefits don't outweigh the cost.
But it's still better to go with someone who hasn't gone through that. It's still better to not choose them.
Have men been getting over on household duties all this time?
Listen, but I don't touch a trash bag to save my life.
So let me ask you, could you and your wife switch roles in what you do versus what for that person? Hold y'all back or let y'all go?
Physically, can't nobody hold me back.
Ain't no such thing as a fair fight. Yo, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. It's good. Why you look like you in a like a morgue or something? Let me see who in the chat so far. Yo, what's poppin'? Salute these Ham TMBR Women's POV. The Midday. Keep on educating the lost tribe. You already know, bro. Like America was popping. Mr. TK was good. We here, man. If this nigga get us shit right. Can you hear me? Love, can you hear me? You on mute. All right, while she get her shit together, I gotta get my shit together too. Let me see. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, damn, it cleared up. What you had to do?
Unplug the microphone.
Really? It made your internet and all that better?
Mm-hmm. Well, messing everything up.
Man, where you at? What funeral home you going to? You in?
Listen, I'm working and I'm making time for my people, for my folks, but I'm working. I'm in the office right now. I got meetings all day.
What folks?
You. Put them in the and the people in the chat. Y'all my folks. All the people in the chat are my folks. This might be risky midday. My folks.
You got your own room, or you like in the middle of the library?
I got my own room.
What you working on?
Trying to make this money.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
So, why you send me this clip?
I sent you a couple clips. Which one are you talking about?
With this bitch that divorced Tyrese.
Oh, I sent you that because I don't even need this. I sent you that because it is a warning to women or people to not listen to the wrong people. Have the wrong person in your ear can be a detriment to your life.
Wait, what about you said women and you said people? We don't learn the same lessons from the same thing. So who is this a lesson for?
So it's an overall lesson for people, but it was a woman saying it. So I'm going to speak from a woman's standpoint. Women, be careful who's in your ear. But I'm making a more broader statement saying people in general, men as well. Be careful who is in your ear. Because if you have a bitter person that is in your ear, you may take unwise counsel from them.
But I don't know if you can use the same message for everybody. I feel like the message has to be specific. So you mean to tell me now men shouldn't be listening to women, but in the case that they are, you mean to tell me you telling men the same thing as you telling women?
I think that wise advice, sage advice. Even you didn't hear me? Mic check. You can't hear me?
I can hear you. What did you say?
Okay. Sage advice.
What's that mean? Like, come on, man. I'm not woke.
That's not being woke. That's wisdom.
I don't burn sage in my house and all that weird shit.
That's not burning sage, and sage advice is wise advice.
That nigga started doing after Nipsey Hussle said it like he was a fucking guru or something. I don't do all that dumb shit. What is sage?
Sage advice means wise counsel, wise advice from older, wiser people.
Why you put older?
Because more often than not, the elders are wiser than the youth.
Huh?
I'll repeat.
You would have to prove. You would have to prove that with facts. Let me ask you a question. If there was a comic show, right? How's how you say it?
Yeah. Comedian, a comic. Yeah.
Who goes last? Who closes the show? Baby boomers, Generation X, or millennials?
On a comedy show, who closes it is
No. Just we're using that construct. There's a comedy show performance.
Yes.
Who's the closer? The millennials, Generation X, or the baby boomers?
And there's no really baby boomer comedian. So the
No, God. I'm saying because you said listening to old people, right? But I'm saying the success of the generation. So the closer would be the most successful, most forward generation.
Yeah. And I'm gonna
Who would close the show?
Like I said, Gen X. Then definitely along with those.
Are you serious?
That's why I said it.
Asia, Generation X won't only close; they would have to open. It would have to be between the baby boomers and the millennials.
Definitely not the baby boomers. And the reason why I say it is because I think Gen X has learned. I think each generation, well, I won't say each because this Gen Z is trash, dumpster fire.
We know that.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Not each generation gets better because they're dumpster fire.
Gen
X is better than baby boomers because I don't say better than, but we've learned, we've elevated. And there were a lot of things that the baby boomers could not do that we did. Did we learn in a clunky fashion? Yes. We had to learn things that they couldn't teach us. So with that being said, we may have done things clunky, but we got things done, right?
Oh, fuck. No. You guys actually set us back.
Who you learn from then? What are you? You're Gen X, right?
Millennial.
You're a millennial? Dang.
Yeah. So Gen X,
I thought millennial
Gen
was
X,
like 90s. I thought it was
81 to 96, I think.
Millennial was 81?
81 to 96.
I'm almost a millennial then.
But you ain't, right? But you gotta admit though, Generation X had some good stuff, but overall, the decline of black people and culture started with the end of the baby boomers and really got fucked over with Generation X. Because what comes in with Generation X for black people? The destruction of the nuclear family, hip hop, like gangster rap, crack era. All that comes with Generation X.
Pause. Because you can't sit there and just say all the negatives without giving any positives that came in with Generation X.
I wasn't done.
Okay, go ahead. What's the positive?
All right, go ahead. Give me the positives.
You're full of crap now, and I fit into that. I walked right into that.
I didn't even say that. You said it. You didn't need to say that.
I walked right into that because you weren't going to say anything positive because you never do. I've never do anything say anything good about Generation X. So what I will say, looking positive Generation X, is we found our voice. We found our voice. We paved the way. We opened up. We shattered the glass ceiling.
What voice?
In the world, in society.
What do you mean?
Meaning injustices. We were the ones that kind of like cracked the final crack.
Have you seen the women? Have you seen the kids that you guys bore? Do you see the society that you guys raised? Yeah. And I'm not talking about you specifically.
Listen. You, millennials.
What?
Millennials. Generation X birthed the millennials. What are you talking about?
But it was a shit show. We didn't learn nothing from y'all. If we would have learned from y'all, we would have duplicated the same things.
You did learn from us. There's absolutely you learned. Now, did you?
We learned a lot what not to do from y'all.
Were there new things that you did that we didn't do? Absolutely not taking that away from you, but you did learn from us. And did you make it a little bit better? Yes, as you should.
Okay, all right.
You did it, now be an epic fail. You had to learn.
So what I'm saying is, so you learned from the baby boomers too, right?
We did.
But you're still better than them, you think, right?
Yes, because we improved on some things.
Okay, so we improved upon way more than you guys improved from them.
That's a relative statement. Wait, improving upon
Well,
what?
yeah, because you guys, there was a drop when you guys kind of came in because you got so many of these epidemics that happened.
Okay.
We've been reversing some of those epidemics. You can't sit here and even like the most educated women are millennials. Now they're also whores, but they got that from you guys. So you mean to tell me that millennials, and if we're using the construct of a comedy show, would not close it? Are you kidding me? Come on now, you got to be selfless and be objective at this point.
You literally sat there and said the millennials are whores, right? Pause.
Well, you guys are whores too.
No.
I'm saying they learn whoredom from you guys.
We weren't out there shaking our butt.
You better stop. We don't have dads. So
yeah, no. We are not the ones that have.
Are you kidding me?
Wait.
Nah, fuck work. Don't take that phone no more.
I'm trying to put it on mute now. Let me talk.
Let me tell you something. I'm pointing at you. What happened when that damn documentary came out? You know what?
Guess what? I knew he was gonna say that. And what I'm gonna say is this.
That was y'all. Was that y'all?
It was. But what I'm gonna say is this. Those were buried in the archives because we knew it could not be broadcast.
Wow.
Millennials are out there broadcasting and putting everything out there unabashedly because there's no shame.
Luke, well, no, I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying they got that from y'all. You got Uncle Luke. You got Freak Nick.
Made it better, and y'all made it better.
We have better technology, but they learned that from y'all. Freak Nick, Luke.
You can't. We got one subculture.
I'm not done. Bike Week. Hold on now. Do you want to get serious? Was you not just at the cookout throwing it in a circle?
Prove it. Where's the footage?
You're a victim.
Yeah, all right. Yo, I don't know why I'm whispering because I know you can't yell. So I'm talking. Yo, you gotta stop. You got me all off the damn topic.
You started with me.
So I want to know. All right, back to Tyrese because the millennials are number one. The number two is, I feel like it's the boomers. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Would go really? That would go last?
Huh?
That would go last?
Gen X might be last, man. Yeah, it was a shit show with y'all. At least the baby boomers had nuclear families.
But were they healthy?
Yeah.
Prove it.
Yeah. Black people were the most married back then.
Prove it. How are they the most healthy? Why didn't it continue?
Drugs and you guys.
And why?
Like you said, you found your voice.
Didn't do it. So why didn't the teachers?
Huh? Well, I'm not saying they're great. I'm just saying if they had to compare the bottom of the barrel, you two, then I gotta pick somebody. Gen Z is trash. We can agree with that.
Dumpster fire. Yeah.
But you two, I don't know, man. Gen X, I feel like Gen X got to sit down. Oh, because you said wisdom comes with getting old. I disagree. Old people are just old.
No. More often than not, right? So I did say that. I said more often than not, wisdom comes with age through experience. More often than not. Are there stupid old people and immature old people? Absolutely. But more often than not, life is the greatest teacher. And as you live life, you learn valuable lessons, is the point. There's things that I've learned now that I know now that I did not know 20 years ago.
I think you're right in terms of experience. But I was doing some due diligence. Like a lot of these great football coaches can't play a lick of football. Bill Belichick, Saban, what's the dude from Dallas that won all the Super Bowls? Jimmy.
Jim
I
Kelly.
forget his name. No. It'll come to me. But there's several of these coaches that cannot ball, that weren't all-time greats, but they can teach, show, right? Because maybe they have to be more studious. You
But
know,
my thing is, you only named two, and there are what, like 50. I'm talking about not just the head coaches. There's OCs and
Jimmy
DCs.
Johnson. No, I'm saying, but these are the all-time great coaches. Shanahan. I'm naming the top
Kyle
tier.
or his dad. Kyle or his dad.
Who?
Kyle or his dad. You name Shanahan. There's two Shanahans. There's dad and
the
Kyle.
older one. The other one, we still can't get the fucking Super Bowl.
You know, for you.
Yeah, so but I mean, wisdom does. I think experience and wisdom. That's the assumption anyway.
And it's not an assumption. It's a poor assumption. What I'm saying is more often than not is the case and is the reality. And you can't really take that away. Like I said, there are the ones that are stupid and immature and don't know anything. They didn't learn anything, but more often than not.
Right. So you owe. So his wife. What?
How did I get sprayed just now?
No, I want to hear the wisdom.
Okay, yes.
That better?
I want to offer my wisdom, yes.
Bruh.
Should I play the video or you want to give a synopsis on this thing? Because you sent it to me.
For those that didn't see it, let's play for them that didn't see it.
All right, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. All right, let me get this video. All right. Who is this?
This is Tyrese's, one of his ex-wives, right? He has two ex-wives. This is one of them.
Oh, okay.
I work with women. I would never tell a woman. I work with women. I would never tell a woman to walk through that in the same frame of mind I was in when I did it.
And when you say that, but what frame of mind was that? What do you mean by that in particular?
I was very, very hurt. I was very angry. And I remember like when I made like the decision, I was like hysterically crying on the phone with my attorney. That was not the person I should have been on the phone with when, like, that's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, I was hysterically crying. And I was not in any position to make that decision. I was extremely emotionally intoxicated. We can be intoxicated with our emotions because I would never tell, I work with women. I would never tell a woman to walk.
Keep going, or you want to comment on this section?
This section's good.
I'm very much emotional.
Huh?
This section's good. We can talk about this section.
All right, go ahead. What the fuck is she talking about?
A bunch of nothing. A bunch of nothing. It's like she's not fully taking all of the accountability on what she did, because it was ultimately her decision to listen. And it's like it was them that told me. It was them. It's still like she's pointing the finger at someone else. You know what?
Why so much wisdom after the fact? I'm so sick of hearing women y'all got this intuition and all this foresight, but you can't see the forest through the trees to save your life once your emotions get involved. She talking about she's emotionally intoxicated. That's a lack of self-control. Go ahead.
Agreed. The first point you said was why there's so much wisdom after the fact. Have you ever heard of Monday morning quarterback?
Quarterback, of course.
And that's what happens once you get through the game and then you see what you did wrong. Okay, so that's a thing. That is truly a thing. And it's called that in one way, in one facet when it's related to sports. On the other side, flip side for women, it's regret in what you didn't do or whatnot, or did do, either way. And so experience does provide wisdom. You look back with a clear mind because you're more sober, but usually is initiated from regret. Dang, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? Because you're missing something. You feel the void. So yeah, that causes you to self-reflect.
But it ain't. But the game is different. You got 30 seconds to make a play call, and you have tenths of a second to make a decision, largely instinctual while playing the actual game. And then you go back and watch film. This is calculated. She's confiding in a lawyer, talking to people, going through her own feelings and emotions. Where does anything kick in where I say I need to sit the fuck down for a second? Why is this not happening with y'all?
Yeah. So a lot of women, and I'm gonna call sisterhood out. Perfect. I let my 11 o'clock meeting just ended. Thank God. Okay, thanks. Cool. I'm gonna call sisterhood out right now. A lot of women are emotionally drunk, inebriated from emotions. When you're in it, your head is cloudy, and you usually go to women or others that you know will support your thoughts and what you're doing. And so that's why I say you have to be very careful who you have in your ear. I don't believe you should stay silent. I think you should get wise counsel, but you have to make sure it truly is wise counsel, not just someone you're going to that's going to agree with you and just go along with your bandwagon.
Why do y'all let these women around you tear their lives apart? Look at all the women that got divorced. They are largely not getting second chances. What the fuck? What is the advice that's happening amongst y'all? Are y'all just really letting people just tear their families apart and tear their lives apart?
I'm being very careful because I don't want it to just be on, tearing the lives apart. It usually there's a catalyst.
Mm-hmm.
You have to identify what that catalyst is. So there's a catalyst that causes woman to be upset. So let's play this out, right?
Okay.
Happy. I'm not happy. I don't feel satisfied by you. I'm talking to you. I'm asking you to do X, Y, and Z for me emotionally, and you're not changing. And you're like, I am. Da, 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 da. Crying, feeling hurt because I don't feel heard. I go to someone who I feel will hear me because that's all I want to do is ultimately be heard. So the catalyst is there's an issue. I go to my partner and I'm not heard. And the person that hears me, if they're unwise counsel, will cause the rift and the chasm to get greater, ultimately maybe the solution of the relationship. If it's wise counsel, they will say, stick it out. They'll say, go to therapy. They'll say, did you think about it this way? Da, 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 and bring the woman back to her partner. But I don't want us to negate or ignore the catalyst. I came to you first.
No, the catalyst is you. The catalyst, you see, that's where we just uncovered it. You guys,
he is the wife of catalyst.
Yeah. Okay. So what happened was, it's somebody else's fault that you went outside your family to discuss your business. Now it's somebody else's fault. No, you made a decision to go outside your family to discuss your very personal business. And then they tell you things that you want to hear but aren't good for you. That's your fault. That's not your husband's fault.
So I don't believe in suffering in silence.
Okay.
So I don't see anything wrong with going to wise counsel. And again, I'm not advocating for unwise counsel. I'm not advocating for going to chicken heads or going to your single bitter friends. I'm not advocate for that.
Mm-hmm.
Who's still married? That's who you should go to. Don't go to someone that you know is going to tell you what you want to hear. That's the detriment. But as
All right.
far as going outside your marriage for counsel, I think that's a good thing.
No.
It could be.
Let me help y'all. You need to go to someone that is gonna tell you all the reasons why you should be with that man.
Right. You said the same thing, yeah.
You said wise counsel. No.
But you
No, because your married friends don't know shit. They probably feeling the same thing you feeling. Maybe you need to go to his mom, his dad, his sister. Because because if you wrestling through something, you need that person that you go to advocate for your person and vice versa. You going to people who's on your side who feel the same way you feel, regardless if they're married or not, you're gonna get poor advice. Example A with this heifer.
How about you just go to a therapist? How about that? So you both
What? They can't give you no remedies.
They can give you tools, and you is an objective person because I don't necessarily.
Let me ask you a question. I'll give you a jackhammer, right? Because you know you got to take your sidewalk up. How successful you gonna be with that jackhammer? You.
Oh, me and the jackhammer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably pretty hard.
You're gonna be bouncing. You're gonna look like a cartoon, bouncing all over the place with that jackhammer. You remember the cartoon? They get on the jackhammer and ride down the street because the tools are only as good as the person using.
Oh no!
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There you go. All right, there you go. You were frozen. That was you. You good? You back?
I'm good now.
Yeah, you freezing up a little bit though, but you're good.
Definitely,
you keep on. You're going out a little bit.
100%. Your screen blurry and everything. All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Go out and come back in.
Oh, that's you. I can see you now. You good? That's you.
All right, I'm good.
Yes.
We're back now. That's your shit. So the tool is only as good as the person using it, and also as good as the person showing you how to use it. You paying for a service. I coach kids, right? I was coaching one-on-one kids. They like, I want my son to be X, Y, and Z. I know good and well that I love you. I know good and well that boy ain't gonna be shit when it comes to playing football. But I still keep coaching him. But I know his ceiling. But I'm getting paid, so I do it. I show him this. I know it ain't gonna work. I show him that. He don't got the gifts. That's where you run the slippery slope with therapy. But again, going back to the first point, the tools are only as competent as the person and the person teaching.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. But also, so you talked for a minute, but I wanted to touch on a couple different points.
Okay.
I agree with you that the tools are only as good as the person that's using them. If you give me a tool that you know I can't utilize, that's the idiocy of the person giving you the tool. Number one. That's why you get to go to a good therapist to give good tools. Am I good?
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, your analogy with the boy playing football. He may not be a star running back or wide receiver, but put him in there, he can do something. And not only that, you're also teaching him life skills. You're teaching him how to be a part of a team, which is a valuable lesson in life. So he may not be a great football star, but the lesson learning period of being a part of a team is valuable and can translate it throughout life. So I don't necessarily agree with that analogy that you tried to make your point.
The analogy was the key's right there. Right there. The analogy was they're gonna keep taking your money, knowing you ain't shit and knowing that they can't help you. That's the point I'm making about them therapists.
No.
Fuck them therapists.
No,
The
I
boy,
don't agree with that. Go ahead.
no, they do. Trust me. And the boy, yeah. Now I wasn't really speaking to the coaching part, but coaches can tell you what to do. They can give you remedies. They can make you do things. They can show you discipline. These therapists got too many rules around them to be effective. I'm not a proponent of therapy. Are you back? Can you hear me? Yo, man, your internet.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Yo, her internet is trash today. She's trying to work from a library.
Ooh, that's your internet. Your internet blows.
It's not my internet.
Bruh. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
I'm not even talking.
I don't know what's going on with the internet. I can see me. I can hear the music and everything. You keep on freezing.
Look.
I don't know what's going on with the internet. I can see. Yeah, it is me. It is me. I went to YouTube and looked. I'm frozen. It was me. Sorry, y'all. You know, I always want to give a good show. I try to make it work.
Can you hear me?
I'm back. Oh shit. I don't know what to do here.
Bruh.
Damn, man. That was a good conversation. Hopefully you can get back.
It
right.
was. I'm here. It was a good conversation. The problem is,
with all this woke culture, you'll come back in. With all this woke culture, therapy this, therapy that, divorce rates is up. Perversion is up.
Okay.
Are you back now?
Yeah.
Perversion is up. Divorce rates are up. Suicide rates are up. The amount of people that need mental health remedies is up. Everything's up with all this. I need therapy this, need therapy that. If therapy was so effective and so many people are woke and buying into it, why are people killing themselves at an all-time rate? Why is perversion freaking outlandish nowadays? Why are divorce rates so high, but people doing all this so-called woke ass therapy? That shit is a scam.
I don't think a lot of people are using therapy. I don't think. I think therapy is still taboo, and a lot of people don't take advantage of it. One, the accessibility of therapy is not there. Neither is medication, but I think it is a valuable tool. We talk about it more, but do people really open themselves up to utilize it and be impacted in a positive way from therapy? So before, we didn't even talk about therapy. It wasn't even discussed. Actually, it was looked down upon. Now we move towards, we'll talk about it. More people are going, but not enough people are going. So there is an improvement, and it's on an uphill. It's on the uptick, but it's not where it should be. But it's not where it used to be. Are you listening? Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You see me? Love. Are they going to therapy more or less now? Is the point.
More than what they used to. Yes.
Okay. More than 10 years ago?
Yes, Ham.
More than 20 years ago?
Absolutely.
And look at the fucking world we in, because y'all going to so-called therapy like it's so effective. Has the world declined from 20 years ago?
Ham.
Answer my question.
You go from 0 to 20. 0. Nobody was going.
Let me ask you a question. Has the world declined from 20 years ago?
I think you can see it more. It's more visible because the same things were happening before. So now,
you think the world is better or worse from 20 years ago right now?
My answer is not going to change. You keep on asking me, I'm telling you.
No, I'm asking you a clear cut yes or no, better or worse?
It has.
The fuck?
I'm listening. I mean, I'm talking.
Bruh.
It has gotten worse. However, I think it's because of the visibility into the poor state. Are you following me? So before, all these perverse things were happening before. Horrible things were happening before. You didn't have 24-hour news cycles. You didn't have social media. You didn't have all these things showing you this. So, but I will say things are becoming rampant, right? But I wouldn't say you're trying to mix therapy in with this, and I just can't get down with that. I can't
What
sit
I'm
there and say,
saying is, love. What I'm saying is, these people are going to therapy more. There's more men cutting their dicks off trying to be women. There's more homosexuality. There's more. My bad. There's more divorces in the country.
Yeah, you're right.
You understand? But more people are going to therapy also, and they also offer themselves at a higher rate.
So you're trying to tell me people that offer themselves are going to therapy? No, they're not, Amp.
Yes, they are. Yo, look, them two rappers, them two white boys, Mac Miller, who they say he overdosed, but he was taking drugs out the yin yang. There was also this other white boy, a rapper, you know, around that same time frame. He offed himself, therapy. Junior Seau offed himself, therapy. Robin Williams offed himself, therapy.
Wait. I'm gonna. Junior Seau has CTE, sir. Cut it out. No amount of therapy is going to help CTE. Number one.
Prove it.
It's medically proven. What are you talking about? It's brain damage. Therapy is not going to help that. And stop acting like you don't know that.
You know how many football players there are? Zach Thomas is fine. Zach Thomas. Nah. Yeah. Now you in it. Now you should have never brought up CTE. Zach Thomas had how many more tackles than Junior Seau? Huh? Did Bill Romanowski off himself? Did Jack Lambert off himself? Dick Buck has just died, and all he did was use his head.
And from my understanding, they were abusers. They abused their wives.
And don't talk football to me. It ain't gonna go how you think it's gonna go. That's all I'm saying.
Shit like that.
All right,
I was trying to windmill the best I can.
I was windmilling. You couldn't even get in. Hold on. Savage with the $5. Savage was popping. Tyrese exposed her. She's still trying to overturn the prenup, even though she says she regrets leaving him. Yo, she's a dog, man.
Should regret it.
Hold on a second. Let me read this one.
Thank you, Hank. What's good, Hank? Hello, love. Folks aren't being honest in therapy, and I do agree with you with that, Hank. When you go to therapy, you have to be willing to be open and vulnerable for it to work. You can't go in there closed off with the wall up and expect it to work. I agree with you on that.
Yo, I think Hank's right, but the construct of therapy is the issue in itself, is my point, love. They can't pry. They can't poke. The accountability in therapy isn't always high because of the rules. I'm not saying it might not even be the therapist.
You mean a therapist can't probe? And yes, they can. I went to therapy and they did probe and they did pry, but we had to be open. Can you hear me?
No, but you know, yeah, I get you. But you know, they have a construct around it. Like, did you see that that show on Apple TV called Shrinking?
Say it more.
Did you see that show on Apple TV called Shrinking?
Yes.
So you know it is his methods he's not supposed to do. Mm-hmm. But he's actually telling people, here's how you fix this shit. Here's what you need to do differently.
Keep on going. I got it.
Yeah. Well, he's saying, you know, if you guys watch that show, it says, you know, he's like telling people, don't do this, don't do that, try this, try that instead, you know? Because in therapy, you can't tell people straight out what it is that they need to do. You know? So it just seems, you know, largely ineffective. And it's a money grab for too many people. If you go to, isn't it like therapy.com or what's that website? Fits something. So whatever. Sociology.com or some shit. It's a bunch of people that some of them got degrees, some don't. Some got some certification from some bullshit school, and now they therapists, right? But people come into therapy with their own trauma. So if you go to a woman who just got divorced, who thought her man did her wrong, and she hears some of the same shit, how can we confirm that she's gonna be objective, and vice versa? That's the shit that throw me off about that. And then when we was watching this video, she's talking about I work with women. How? What did you do? Who qualified you to work with women? When Savage just said this right here. When you left your man listening to your fucking divorce lawyer. That shit is crazy to me. Let's keep going with this because I didn't even see it all.
Through that, emotionally led, I feel very strongly. I'm just that kind of person, very passionate. But I would never tell somebody to make that decision when they're that emotional. But
you did. And that's what I mean about that hindsight shit. I just get lost when women got all this intuition and all this foresight, and they can go through your phone when they know you're doing something. But their emotions getting the best of them for an life-altering, life-changing decision. This shit don't make no sense to me.
Of course, I wasn't talking to someone that genuinely would be
You're a victim.
For marriage, or for reconciliation. And that's not no slight to my,
No, it's the current
friends. It has nothing. There's no slight to that. Not the friends, but I was on the phone with my attorney.
Yeah.
So it was something that was being said to me that hurt me at that time. And that, so at that time when I was on the phone and I made that decision, I was livid. And I'm very much emotionally led. I feel very strong. The truth about the matter is that if I had different people in my ear at that time, I would not have made that decision. No.
Wow.
I wouldn't. And that's the truth. I try my very best at this point in my life to be what I didn't have in that moment. Because I think that women were like, I'm an extremely emotional person. People that know me know that about me. I'm the kind of person that okay, I feel so strong, and I can ruminate. I can get so lost in my thoughts. I know a lot of women are like that. We're a lot, not all of us, right? But some of us are. Just like a lot of men can be like that. But I know women specifically, there will be moments where they'll be like, I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to be done. I can't stand this. He don't do this. He don't do that. Blah, blah. The truth about the matter is that if I had different people in my ear at that time, I would not have made that decision. No.
Wow.
I wouldn't.
Love. Love, can you hear me?
I'm here.
I'm gonna need women to just shut up.
Oh, why? Why we gotta shut up?
That's the conclusion I just came to.
So but wait. Now I can really focus on you now. And why is it a shut up? Right? Can it just be but can it be an adjustment?
I caught myself from saying shut the fuck up.
I know you did. I don't want the subculture, and I don't want this whore subculture to be considered the majority. And so there are a lot of women that don't need to shut up. There are a lot of women that are saying the right things. There are a lot of women that are doing the right things.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you. Like who?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Who's saying the right thing?
The majority of women. And the reason why you don't see it is because you all sit there and take these outliers, you take the poor examples and you magnify them.
I talk to y'all every Tuesday.
When you let us talk, yeah. And then when we do talk, it may not always align with what you think we should be saying. That does not mean we should shut up, though. Just because it doesn't always.
You're a victim.
Now I got when I allow y'all to talk. Come on, man.
Well, wait. Seriously. Because you don't, when we say things that you don't like or you don't agree with, we get interrupted. But and overall, as a whole, you do agree with a lot of what we say. You know how I know? Them final thoughts. More often than not.
So, but that doesn't coincide.
And before my internet messes up again, and it does, just because there's a disagreement does not mean it's utterly wrong, Hemp. And that's the scary part of society, because there's a disagreement or a misalignment, and necessarily the ultimate thought does not mean that one or the other is better than, or the other person is wrong or stupid or needs to shut up. We're coming from different vantage points. That's all. Go ahead.
Well, one, y'all don't get interrupted. If that was the case, I wouldn't be able to consume and then convey in the final thought. So that's unfair. But
I'm talking about just you.
Oh, well, yeah, that last, y'all just had to fight a little harder.
We did.
Savage with the $5. So men, if we tell our lady I need sex, if we don't get it, then we can sleep with someone else because she didn't hear me.
But you do anyway. So what's your point?
The question, the answer, but it's not. That's not what he's saying though. That makes sense. But when I said shut up, because
it was referring to what I said earlier. Okay.
Yeah. But when I told women to shut up, it's because you guys don't tell each other the truth enough. And then y'all go in and confide in one another, but that person isn't wise counsel. And they probably feeling the way you feel. And then those whore single friends that you have want you to come back outside anyway.
Shit like that.
No. I don't know about these whore friends, but I don't think that I think that your circle of friends should reflect where you are in life.
Stop the cap.
So wait, seriously. I think that
the one thing you said was you don't know about these whore friends.
And the concluding statement was where you are in life should reflect your friend group. So
you don't have any friends that be whoring?
No. Mm-mm. No.
You don't have no friends that be hoeing. You don't have no friends that got fucked on some girls trips recently within the last year of a nigga that ain't know his last name.
You know what? First, they're in a relationship now, though. They're in a relationship with that same man right now.
Whore activity is whore activity.
No, I'm asking. If they got
if you
down,
fuck a nigga, you don't know his last name. Go ahead.
And they're together right now. That's whore.
Yeah, if you
and they're
fuck
so together
the nigga,
like on the way to getting married. That's a whore.
She smashed. Yeah, she smashed him, not knowing his last name. Huh? Huh? Have you anytime? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Anytime you took dick and didn't know the nigga's last name, you have whore tendencies. That's a fact, though. Think about that. Turn me up so they can hear me in the library.
I'm gonna go on my phone.
Yo, I need her answers to this shit, y'all. I need your answers to this.
Hold on. It's trying to reconnect.
Savage with the $5.
Okay, you back.
Savage with the $5. I'm guessing Love doesn't want any of the replays of the streams. Hey, Savage, she doesn't, man. She doesn't. I need her to come back though. Let me know if I'm bugging. if you smash the chick and she don't know your last name, what other category do you put her in? There's only one category she go in. Period. Yo.
That's what I was saying.
Back to what I was saying. If you smash a nigga and you don't know his last name, that's not whore-ish, whore-esque, whore tendencies. Are you kidding me, man?
Stop the cap.
I'm asking a question. Can I ask my question now?
Go ahead.
That happened. However, they're engaged. Is that still a whore? I'm asking. I really don't know. Is that still a whore?
Yeah, he's an idiot. He trying to whore a housewife.
This is nuts. So you're vibing on vacation, the sand, the sun, sexy time. And you vibe, not sex yet, not sex, y'all talking, vibing. And you feel love. Not saying this happens every vacation, but you feel love or lust, and y'all have sex, and y'all continue to be in a relationship. You come home back to reality, and y'all are still together and get engaged months later to a year later. That's, you still consider her a whore into a housewife? Are you stupid?
She's a slut. I mean, it just is what it is. You don't know his last name, but you let him put his penis inside you. That's whore tendencies. That's slut tendencies. Now, she don't have to remain a slut. Maybe she had a slut moment, but most likely that's in her. Yeah. So, have you ever had a slut moment?
Shit like that.
I gotta go get the door real quick. Savage, what's popping? Hey, Savage, I gotta go get the door real quick. Talk to her ass, man. I can't get through to her for some reason.
Go ahead, Savage.
You on mute, Savage?
So let's say me and you we're at a frat house back in our early 20s, all right? And we decided to double team a girl, and I end up marrying her. Am I an idiot, and is she still a sleut, or is she now a proud housewife?
No, that doesn't make any sense. She got a train run on her. No, that's horrible. Why would you do that? You're not vibing. Y'all are sitting there. What? No, absolutely not. Totally different.
Well, what do you call it when a woman gets divorced and flies out of the country and gets her back blown out by some random dude and then dates him?
I just said that's different. Because she met him, they were aligned, they were talking and whatnot, and it happened. And they stayed together, they're engaged. I'm talking about from real life that I know the person. I wouldn't consider her a hoe. Now, as Hamp said, is it a tendency or moment? He said moment, a whore moment. Whatever, maybe. But your example of two dudes on one girl, and one of the dudes, I'm not sure if you're gone or if I'm gone. I don't see you. Savage, are you there? I'll keep on going. Two dudes on one girl, and one of the dudes decides to make the girl that was a part of that entanglement his wife is nuts. And there's no way that that's respectable. Like, that is a whore. Definitely a whore moment. That is whole tendency, because you let two different things slide up in you at the same time. So I'm not sure if Savage is gone or if I'm frozen. But I'm gonna keep on talking. I'm trying to go on YouTube and see if it's me. Savage, are you there?
Expedia members save on travel.
I'm not frozen. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Thank you, Trey. It is my show. Now I'm gonna give y'all real wisdom since I won't be interrupted by these crazy men. What I'm saying is this: women don't need to shut up. They, of course, there are some that are confused, that are misaligned. Yeah, here we go. Misaligned, that are doing whole lifestyles, not just moments. But I don't ever want them to be considered the majority. They are the minority. There are women such as myself that carry themselves in class, dignity, and excellence. And what I hate is when, last week's episode with the woman in the Cheesecake Factory, and then Samantha Lee, or whatever her name is, being considered the norm. Do we need to improve in how women are behaving? Of course, no one's perfect. Shout out to the whole moment. Thank you, Hank, for $2 super chat. Shout out to the whole moment. Shout out to the whole moment. Okay, he said it, not me. But I would say that we do need to. We can improve in some areas. Absolutely. Go ahead, Savage. Are you there? Are you frozen?
So let's
Okay, go ahead.
let's say I market illegal substances, all right? But I report to the IRS that I do drywall.
I think you're frozen again. I'm gonna keep on going.
I'm not frozen.
Okay, your audio's out there. Say something.
Can you hear me?
You have like a very bad delay.
You can't.
Yeah, it's a bad delay, and it's very muffled. It's a muffled delay.
Okay, so
there you go. There you go. Go ahead.
1 second. Oh, you hear me now? All right, so if I market illegal substances and I report to the IRS that I do drywall, does that make me a drywaller?
If you're lying about what you do, you're lying. You I mean, that's a ridiculous. I don't understand the question. What do you mean? If you're lying about what you do, then what's your point?
Okay, so when women sleep around and then get hubbied up to a man, are they not lying?
Hey, Hank, are you able to get on camera or are you at work?
Yeah, I'm at work. I can get on camera a little bit though, for a little while.
All right. It'll show you as soon as you turn your camera on. I'll be right back.
What's up, Hank? So real quick, I'm gonna say it to the Savage.
How y'all doing?
What's up, Hank? So what I'm saying is, my example was the woman wasn't sleeping around. It was with that one particular person. She was actually a very virtuous person. She was in relationships. So I think that's a kind of a poor example. But at the same time, if a woman has had some bodies on her and then she wants to settle down and be married to one man, I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't. People can change. So that's my opinion.
Okay, well, I just find it funny that it's loosey goosey with women. Women can do a bunch of stuff and then they can change, but I can beat one woman one time and I'm a wife beater for the rest of my life. But I gotta go back to work, so I'll talk to you.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that though. But go ahead, Hank.
Well, I wanted to talk about what happened last week, love. I was very disappointed in you.
What happened last week?
You let me down, love. I'm concerned. I need to start getting back more on the show more often. And I apologize for not being here because I need to get love back in order because she was in order when I was up there more. But now that I kind of stepped away a little bit, been doing other things, love's been getting out of pocket. And I'm concerned about this. I'm very concerned.
And what was that? That was the girl, the Cheesecake Factory girl. I said she was wrong.
Well, now there was some other things talked about when I think it was when I'm talking about the show. I think when Fatty came up and he was talking to that Ovaria, or
Osa.
something like that. Yeah, Osa. So we was I was talking about what's considered a failure or failure as far as the relationship. To me, if you do what he did, that's a failure as far as a relationship. To me, in my opinion,
Yes.
you have multiple women with with multiple kids. That's a failed relationship. That doesn't show any type of stability, and I don't know why any woman would want to put up with something like that. I mean, if you would, it's probably because you're in the same situation with multiple kids by multiple men. Now, if y'all both doing that together, y'all need to be together. Trash needs to be with trash. Good people need to be with good people. Marriage minded people need to be with marriage minded people. Relationship minded people need to be with relationship minded people. You understand what I'm saying, love?
So let me add some clarity.
Okay.
Osa.
Yeah, we got to get this together. We got to get this together, man.
So Osa, he did admit, he had 3 different kids by 3 different women. One he was married to, the other 2 he was not. So I believe one of my points was, I'm not sure which one you're attacking, but one of the points I made was that he takes care of his children and he no longer behaves in that way of making baby mamas. And that was from his own mouth, from what I recall. So calling him a pookie, I didn't agree with, because he had adjusted his behavior for the better. And I believe that's what my point was. But Fatty kept on calling him sassy for whatever reason. So he's calling him sassy. And he kept saying how women are so stupid. But it's like,
look here. Let me say this, love. An alcoholic's still an alcoholic. He may be sober, but he's still an alcoholic. And if he goes to his meetings, he's still gonna say, "My name is Hank, and I'm an alcoholic." Right?
They do.
He still has spooky tendencies. Is he going to fall off the wagon? That's going to be the key. Is he going to fall off the wagon and relapse into his spooky ways? It's possible. He has it in him. Now he may be reformed, but he has it in him.
We all have it in us. We all have it in us. And also with the whole AA thing or NA thing, you say that because you may still have that propensity, but you have the tools not to fall into it, and you have accountability, right? Because you made the decision not to do it anymore. So that's what I'm saying. So he fine. He wants to say, I'm a reformed pookie. Fine.
But doesn't mean he can't fall back in it. But another thing I was talking about, a person's history doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I think you're on delay, love. I can't hear you right now.
You can't? I can hear you. You can hear me?
Okay. Well, I think you're on like a little bit of delay. It might be me on delay. I don't know. But another thing that was talked about is talk about somebody's history, and I see what Fanny was trying to equate it to as far as a job history. Yeah, as a man, that should be important. Somebody's history, because you're doomed to repeat it if you don't correct it or change it. You're doomed to repeat that. So if a woman was a hoe, then that means she has, again, I'm gonna use the alcoholic scenario. You have the opportunity or the chance of a capability of falling off. You can go back to your whole tendencies if you don't continue to be strong and correct that and address that.
King, do you like hoes?
No, I can't stand hoes. Hoes get lied to.
You like hoe moments?
Yeah, if it's with my wife in the bedroom, or if it's with my lady in the bedroom, I have no problem with those.
Okay.
But if she's acting like that on a regular basis, she's talking, carrying herself like that, yeah, love, we can't be together.
So when he said shout out to the whole moment, you meant with your lady.
I was talking about just what y'all was just making fun of with the situation, with the scenario y'all was talking about. That's all. Just give you a hard time.
No, but the point is too, like you said, you want your wife or your lady to be, them whole moments. Like you want her to be freaky, you want her to be nasty,
yes.
You want her to do all the things to make you smile, right?
Correct. That is correct.
So she can be a hoe only with you in the bedroom, right? I'm asking.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But what makes that a hoe? Like, what makes that a whole behavior or activity? Like, why are you saying a whole in the bedroom?
Because there's no limits to what we want to do there. There's no limits. So I know one time y'all was talking about y'all don't want to submit to men to be handcuffed up. Oh yeah, you're gonna be handcuffed up, and we're gonna have our fun.
Actually, I said I would be. The other girl said they wouldn't.
Oh, okay. There you go. Well, I'm trying to recollect some of the things that were said. So, but yes, there's no limits to what we're going to do. That's what I expect of my wife or my lady. You know, so that's her. Depends on who you ask. You know, some believe just missionary and that's it, and they would consider you doing a different position, a little bit hoish. I'm all for, me and my lady going to a hotel and just beating her, acting like strangers. She can dress up and do whatever she needs to do. I mean, we're going to have our moments. There's going to be no limits, right? So
fake hoeing. So fake hoeing because, we pretend we're strangers and we just meet and we having sex. So you like the whole fantasy.
If that's what you want to call us, that's the title you want to give love, that's the title you give it. I don't care what it is. As long as it's between me and her, that's all that matters. I'm going to be a hoe for her. She's going to be a hoe for me. And we're going to enjoy each other.
Fantasy hoes are good, just not reality hoes. I'm just asking.
No. Now, back in the days when I was younger, 20-something, I encourage you hoes to be doing your whole things because it makes the opportunity better and faster and easy for me. Now, I'm not looking to deal with those no more. I'm dealing with a lady right now. When I'm going to bless with my last name, so I don't want her to be out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm asking that. I'm saying one of your role playing fantasies is we just meet each other and we have sex. That's a fantasy.
Yes.
So you fantasize about hoes?
Well, it's not a fantasy. We've done that, so it's my reality.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But the role playing is a fantasy, though, right?
I understand what you're saying. Yes.
Okay.
Love. Let me tell you this. Love. One day you're gonna meet a man. You're gonna meet a man like him, and he's gonna bless you. I know it's gonna happen to you, love. But you gotta stay under my tutelage. I'm gonna get you right. You come to the basement, I'm gonna get you all the way right.
I just be asking questions.
I'm giving you the answers. I'm giving you the answers, man.
Shit like that.
Savage with the $2. I sell drugs, but I report to the IRS I do drywall. Hank with the $2. Shout out to the whole moments. Black America with the $2. Women like love don't understand men.
Negative. I was really asking questions.
Savage with the $5. Love, you want a provider? Do you want a provider that wants to provide for other women?
No.
Because that's a real provider if he can provide for 4 women.
And I said no to that. But Savage's example was 2 men having sex with 1 woman in one night, and one of the guys wipes her. I said he's stupid. I said it makes no sense. I said that is a whole lifestyle.
Or he meets a woman, fucks her on the same night, he wipes her. He's stupid.
No, that's not what Savage said. Savage
I'm doing better than Savage. Or he fucks a woman that don't know his last name and he wipes her. He's stupid.
He
like your friend. World class, what's popping?
What's going on, Hank? Hank, what up? How you doing, love? First time meeting.
What's going on, big brother?
What's up? My internet was so much better, Hank, when you left. I don't know. It didn't pause one time. Go ahead.
Well, love ain't shit, is she?
Friends like her, boy. Good God Almighty. No, but what's popping? What you got, man? You got a question, comment, smoke? You had something for love? What up, though?
Oh no! What? Ain't no smoke. I disagree with this that women don't need to be silent thing. Don't need to. I don't know if I said it as vulgar as it was said earlier because I'm pretty. I say things pretty viciously, but
well, what's my bad? Let me turn you up. Say that.
Am I low?
No, you're not. You straight. Say it. Let me turn my. Matter of fact, it's my speakers. You said women do or don't need to be silent.
They do. Like the 2 things I be telling women that I'm attracted to is obedience and silence. The obedience thing should be obvious because you need to be obedient before you get to me and be disciplined, and whatever your principles are, religion is. But silence is, like they say, is golden, because the same thing that created all things also created being polite. So it's not going to talk while you're talking. And oftentimes, you, like they say about these guys, you talk yourself out of the vagina. And a lot of times you women talk yourself out of the man that you want. Listening to other chicks is doing the same thing. You know, you get your perspectives from another female that can't protect you, can't make you a wife and a mother. And you end up ruining it. And you can't really hear, you know, the people you grew up with, like your mom, your dad, like you can't hear them because you listen to other little girls that you competing with. So silence is dope, man. It's one of the best things that, one of the key elements to peace that you need is silence. And that's all men be asking for. We just want peace when we come home to you. I don't want war. I mean.
So do you think that war is, so let's define silence. When you say you want your woman to be silent. And I do agree with you that men can talk themselves out of butt.
Love, real quick, I got to bring this stuff inside, but these two are pretty cordial, so you can handle this shit, right?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
So, what was I saying? I agree with you about that men can talk themselves out of puss. Yes, I agree with you on that. So sometimes silence, keep your mouth shut. But my question is, if that's the case, is that really your person to where you don't want to hear them talk? Because if a man can talk himself out of puss, I don't want that
me or her?
because he's not a good communicator.
Yeah, I think it's
It might
her.
be me. It might be me.
You kind of like a cut out, so you might have to repeat that question or your statement again.
Yeah, repeat it a little bit. You were breaking up. I think I heard what you said, but I think I missed a few important things about your question. You was breaking up for like a good 7 seconds. Like right now, I think you froze.
Oh man, she's frozen.
I'm back.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, just basically everything you just said. Can you repeat it?
Yes.
Okay.
If a man can talk himself out of puss, right?
Right.
That means he's not a good communicator. If he can talk himself out of it, that means ultimately we're not really aligned.
Right.
So why do I want to be with him in the first place? And to juxtapose that to women being silent, why do you want your woman to be silent? And could you also define what you mean by her being silent?
Absolutely. If you just watch the guy talk himself out of puss, then the likelihood of you doing it is high too. You can talk yourself out of the same thing as a woman. If I watch you do it, I shouldn't want to do it as well. If I watch you drive off a cliff, I won't want to do it. Silence is the most important thing to me about silence, is that if I know there's an information leak and you're silent, I know it didn't come from you. Because I want to be able to protect you. I have to be able to protect you. And that goes with accountability, is that I know information leaks. Our private information is not going to leave from your lips or your fingers. That's the most important thing about silence. So yes, it's coded. I don't mean the exact denotation of the words, but like I said, I can explain what I'm saying and why I'm saying it and why it's important from a biblical standpoint, grammatical standpoint, and a conceptual standpoint. Silence is important. When you go into a room, there's some women that just because they're there, just because they are poised, they have this gravitation to them. If you, like when I was younger, it wasn't like my mom was loud, cussing, beating and all that, but my grandmother was quiet. She'll just look at me. I'm taking a glass off. She'll just look at me like, and I'd be like, all right, I'm messing up. I got to get myself together. It's just certain women, when they're silent and you disappoint them, like when you're a kid, that you know you really, really screwed up. You don't have to do much. Not doing too much is a problem. And a lot of times women are doing too much. And I understand that you're trying to compensate from lack of value that you had in your life. It may seem like it makes sense and you don't have the necessary or relevant or relative and corresponding behaviors to do the supplementation that you need for whatever problem. But at the end of the day, you don't want to do too much because like the example with these guys that talk themselves out. Actions speak louder than words. The things you do, because it's not just your mouth, the things you do speak a little bit louder. And I need you to be silent because I don't need you attracting a lot of attention. Although we do have, as Priscilla said, these artificial and synthetic environments, it's still a jungle out here. I don't need you attracting a lot of attention. That's what the outfits is about. Yeah, don't wear that. because you're attracting a lot of attention from these guys, and I want to have to put my hands on somebody's son. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got.
I agree with you on that. So wait, I just want to make sure I'm following you. So I agree with you on that. Silence is not just in your words; it's also in your behavior. I agree. Can you hear me? I'm frozen.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, I hear you now.
It's also in your behavior. It's not just your words that you speak. So now I have better understanding. It's not necessarily just shut up and be quiet. It's more of carrying yourself with class and dignity.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And I necessarily have to be. We're on the same page with that because that's how I carry myself. Excuse me, in real life, right? So I'm not a loud, boisterous person. I met somebody off the podcast before, in real life. We never met before, but we were on the panels together, and we just happened to run into each other. And we were talking, and we were interacting out and about. And he actually said, "I thought you were going to be loud and obnoxious." I said, "Why would you think that?" He said, "You're so quiet. You're so demure and sophisticated." I said, "Yeah, you can't take me debating on a podcast and apply it to me. That is nonsensical."
Yeah,
and I know when to shut up, when to not in real life. There are times, as you said before, if I see you about to, jump off a cliff or run into traffic, I'm going to say, "Stop." I don't have time to be eloquent. Stop. I'm going to be loud and whatnot. Right.
Exactly.
But there's ways to, I always say, women are the neck, the men are the head. The neck actually moves. That's where the head sits, and the neck makes the head go this way, makes it go that way. And that's a subtle art that a lot of women nowadays don't understand. They don't understand that you can be meek and submissive and still get things done.
Still be powerful.
It's a lost art.
That's it's a good. I really like that analogy because the neck controls the head, and then what you do with this throat you have and that voice that you have can get attention. And they haven't been trained in that. Like a real woman is poised and calm, and she understands that I got to use my time wisely. I don't have to plan. Like I used to tell my goddaughter is 22. I was a godfather at 15. I used to tell her when she used to get angry because she a Sagittarius. She'd get fiery. I'd be like, "Listen, you don't have to plant your flag right here. You don't."
Fire signs, Chuck.
Oh my gosh, I love all of them. I got a lot of, most of the women is Sagittarius, and I love all of them. They treat me well. But she'll get angry, and I'll be like, "Listen, baby, you don't have to plant your flag right here. She's ready to go off. You're tense. And then again, with the silence, like I said, obedience precedes the silence because you still have to be obedient in terms of who and what you are. And like I used to tell my little brothers, every time you crack that threshold, you're representing us. You're representing me.
Correct. And along with those lines, most women don't like to obey, as I'm gonna use your words, don't like to obey because previously they've obeyed the wrong man. Therefore jaded. And so now when the right man comes along that they can obey, they're gun shy, they have PTSD, and they don't obey, maybe not necessarily as quickly as they should and or the man prefers.
Right.
So that is problematic. And so I agree, and I like what you said. You have to teach men, the young men, how you present yourselves when you cross that door and you go into the world. It has a great impact.
Yeah, you every time you crack that threshold, every time we crack this threshold, we come on this live. I'm representing everybody I've been around, and we don't think about that. And I think when we think about that a little bit further, like the grandparents that may have passed, the parents that may have passed. For some of y'all that lost a parent, my dad is passed away. I still have my mom here. Every time we're out, we're representing them, and I think if you just happen to have the ability to have a good relationship with them, you want to represent them well. Even the people in your household, your siblings, you want to represent them well. That's the importance of obedience that makes silence possible, because are you even worth my voice? We say a lot of arrogant stuff. Do you even deserve it? Do you even deserve my wisdom? Do you even deserve it?
Do you deserve my submission? Let me read the chat real quick. Thank you, Black America, for the $2. Us as men don't like to hear you, I'm assuming you mean women, talk too much. Thank you for the super chat. But that's a good point though too. You know, and I think I said it last week. Knowing who you're aligned with, because there's power and there's such power and grace in my submission as a woman to a man. And are you worthy of my submission is a question that women have to ask.
Yeah.
Is this man worthy of my submission? Are you worthy of my submission to this man? They have to ask the man that too, and don't be afraid of that. Because if you submit to the wrong, you become jaded and bitter, and then you get the problems that we see now. So it's definitely on both sides. It looks differently, but ultimately it's the same goal.
Right. And I think a lot of it comes from we're afraid to say words like that. I'm actually getting here, Hank. I know you work, but I ain't trying to hog the whole deal. But I say words like that because we say worse words to each other than obey and silent and worthy. You know what I mean? So I think I think we're old enough to say these words and have these conversations because we dance around whether we're worthy or not. A lot of us in this country with this skin tone that we have, whether we're good enough is an issue. So let's address it. And let's make sure we're straight on our end, that we are doing what we deem each other to be as worthy, and making sure that lines up with what worthiness really is. And then we can move forward with less insecurities because we did the work and we checked. And now we have the accountability, which should be easy because we add up. That's the point of accounting. Do you add up?
So let me ask you real quick. Hank, do you want to jump in real quick for Acid's question? Okay, quick question. I'm going to assume that we're all from the same generation. I don't want to make a false, assumption. Are you Gen X, Noble?
I'm learning this. I think I'm a millennial. I think even earlier today in this live, I think I was born 85. I think Hamp said 81 to 96.
81 to 96 was millennial.
I just go by the decades. That's what I call a generation.
Yeah. Well, the reason I'm asking is because I was talking about wisdom comes from life experiences. And, sometimes we get those experiences and those lessons clunkily, but we get them nonetheless. Right. And you're talking wonderfully. In your experience in life, because you're talking so well, how did you learn these lessons? Were you amenable to lessons learned? Or were you more of the hard knocks, had to get it the hard way?
Yeah, hard knocks. Because the number one word that jumped out when you asked me that was pain. But I'm not one of those that need to get hit 6 and 7 times. After the first time, I'm like, okay, you got my attention. Because I got high pain tolerance. So if it hurt, it's like, but wisdom, it starts after that. It's like people think being intelligent is about knowledge. It's not about knowledge. It's about honesty. How honest. If I just went through something, like we just said earlier, if I just watched you drive off a cliff, am I acting like I just watched you drive off a cliff? And I'm corresponding. I have the corresponding information that went with that. When I get hit in the mouth, I'm like, man, I just got hit in the mouth. I'm not as bad as I think I am. I check myself. And wisdom is right there, but it's right there behind pain. Like pain is the best teacher. And I learn from pain because I'll be telling people, pain is your best friend. Comfort is your worst enemy. And wisdom is one of those things that don't run out. It always works. And I got it from watching old people. Old people talk to you to help you, to spare you from pain. I went through it. I don't want you to go through it. So I want to say, like my mentor told me, he said, man, reading books is like time travel. I said, it's like time traveling. He said, yeah, it's time traveling. He said, if it took somebody 60 years to come up with this living experience, you can get it in 2 weeks. You just travel 60 years in 2 weeks. I was like, I got it. So I always look to wisdom as like the best.
Do you see this generation though, because they need help? Dumpster fire, straight dumpster fire.
Yeah. Which one?
Z.
They are 2000. 2000.
No, that's no. What are they? Gen Z. Maybe they may be the latest ones. This newest crop that doing social media, TikTok, and everything, and you see them doing all this. Dumpster fire. Yeah. Everything's for the world to see. they are not lost. I think they're still the minority is good. There's a small remnant. How do you propose that us elders, because I consider us elders, even millennials are elders at this point. How do you propose that the elders get through to Gen Z?
My mentor always told me, he said, success is a process. He said, when you cheapen the process, you cheapen the product. So a guy in our space, his name OG J Speed, we was having the same exact conversation. He asked me the same thing, and it's a hierarchy. We gotta adhere to the hierarchy. Like we got millennials and Z's, we have to invest in the next generation and trust that the next generation will do it. We have to trust the process. That's the only way. So the generation over top of Z, or came before Z, has to impress them. So the one before them has to impress them, and that's just how it has to work. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. I was the oldest. I had my little brother, and then I had another little brother. It has to pass in succession. We can't break success, because that's literally what success is succession. We can't break it and then want the benefits from it. So we have to adhere to that hierarchy. Now, to your point, to the real question you're asking, how do we fix what we've done? We got to be honest. Like the Bible said, know ye the truth, and the truth shall make you free. We're not honest. We're not honest because we are not worthy. If our lives depended on it and we had to give an answer whether we were worthy or not, and we said we are, we would die. We haven't done enough.
How do we get to that point? So it's a two-part question. How do we get to that point? I see a lot, and the reason why I'm saying this, because it's not even just the Gen Z, it's also millennials, the guys and the women in the 30s and whatnot. Mm-hmm. A lot of these gender wars, and it's like this all the time. How do we overcome that so that we can be unified and be the most powerful force on earth, right? There's too much of this with the black folks, men and women. How do we overcome that? And it's not so much your fault, no accountability.
Well, I've been on those dust panels, as we call them. I've participated in it. But it's still on the back end. I'm having conversations with these women, and the answer to that question is vulnerability. Got to be willing to come to these conversations and be vulnerable. It's scary. You got to tell your story and be willing to hear other people's story. You have to be vulnerable. That's the reason we clash, because we're trying to, I guess, get payback, but we have to be vulnerable in these conversations. And that's just what it is. And those of you that are not ready to be vulnerable, don't be vulnerable. Those of us that have the strength to do it, let us do it. Let us make the mistakes in front of you, kind of like what I just said. And you can come behind us and do better than we did. And that's it. It's not rocket science. We have to take risks, and it's going to hurt regardless. Giving birth hurts. Raising people hurts. Loving somebody hurts. It hurts. It's a part of the process.
Do you believe love is pain?
Say it again.
You believe love is pain?
It's a part of the process. It's a part of it. I mean, I'm a dad. I had that. My son was a NICU baby. It hurt every day being there with him. He was in there the first 90 days of his life. Mm-hmm. It hurt every day. He wasn't doing great. I mean, he was doing great, but he wasn't. He didn't feel amazing. But because I love my son, and his mom loved him, we endured. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of the process. Mm-hmm. It's a part of it. That's the only way to really look at it. And we may want to think love shouldn't hurt. It sounds good, but it's not real. Because our parents sacrificed, our elders sacrificed, our ancestors that was on those railroads sacrificed, our ancestors that worked a whole day for 25 cents, they hurt because they loved it. Yeah. So it's a part of it. It don't have to be the key thing to you. But it's just something that has to happen when, with respect to the circumstances.
So talk to me about this. I'm not sure if you saw the video earlier with Tyrese's ex-wife.
Yeah, it's interesting that because I've been watching her last like a month and a half. I didn't even know that was his wife. She did a good review on the cheesecake lady. But
you did also, she's a podcaster.
She has 100,000 subscribers. She loves Samantha. Yeah, that's her first name is Love, and it's Samantha. Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Tell me. Okay, I didn't know she was a podcaster. I don't follow her. I'm not podcast people. It's interesting that she has her own podcast. So I wonder, now that you follow her, subscribe to her, because before she got ate up. how dare she, all this regret. Why ain't she learned this before? She got the wrong people in the ear. She's so immature, blah, 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 blah. Now, who she is today, is she changed or is she the same person?
I was yesterday years old when I found out she was Tyree, so I knew nothing about that lady. I had no idea what she said before. I just seen that video, I think yesterday. So I only know her from the few lives that I've seen, and she seems like she's, I guess, manosphere, red pill adjacent. She's not vulgar. She seemed like a lady that has some sense. But to watch that video and see, yeah, honest, I'm being completely honest with you, especially her last one. It was pretty fair. But she was very direct in condemning the behavior of that young lady that was the cheesecake lady. But to your question, I think you hit it on both of y'all hit it on the nail on the head. She definitely was not taking full accountability for what she did, putting it on somebody else. It is a piece of it's a piece of honesty in it, that she's honest about the fact that I had people in my ear, but you listen to them. It's just like if they come to me, they're like, no, well, hey, so and so said this about you. They think you just that and the third. I'm like, bro, why are they comfortable talking to you about me? It's the same thing for you. Why are you comfortable listening to somebody talk to you about your husband when you're in a vulnerable state? Like your attorney. Why were you talking to your attorney when you needed to be talking to your mom? Like y'all pointed it out. I didn't even notice it until y'all pointed it out. I was like, yeah, that is kind of dumb. I really don't make any sense.
So it's part of the process. She's been through her process, because you're talking about processes for the past few minutes. So it sounds like she has gone through her process and evolved to a higher level, right?
No.
That's what he was saying. But let me read Sway producing real quick. Thank you, Sway, for the $2 super chat. Hink, you better warn Love about talking about Gen Z. Okay, Sway.
I don't think the brother said that though, Love. Because you were but you were talking about her content, right?
Yeah, the last couple of lives I've seen of her, it was pretty decent, pretty good, especially the last one.
The reason why, I hate when people use the word evolve, like people are that, these people ain't savants. But what, because if she would have so-called evolved in that same clip, she would have said that she won't do that going further. All she did was acknowledge the fact that she did, but she didn't tell us what her conduct is going to be going forward.
It was only a clip though. Like, did you watch was there a hour-long interview to where she did say that? Because people clickbait, right? So I want to make sure. Did you watch it?
You know how I know she didn't say that?
Did you? Yeah. Did you watch? You watched it?
No, this right here. She's still trying to overturn the prenup. So yeah, right. So if she was evolved, this word that I think is abused nowadays, she wouldn't still be trying to go after his money. And is the regret real, or is she just on a world tour like Jada Pinkett?
Good question.
So I think one of the problem is that I don't think she's serious. I think she's just looking for a money grab. That's just me. I think she's gonna have a book coming out here probably at the end of 2024, and she's not serious. I mean, I don't know if y'all seen the latest video that Tyrese came out with, talking about she tried to get back with him. He turned her away. He turned her down, as he should have, because it sounds like she's trying to get back in the limelight. She's trying to, maybe up her subscribers and do bigger, better things than what she's doing now. And so she's trying to find a way to get another check. Now, we talked about this a little bit last night. Somebody even said she may be trying to get back in with him so she could remarry him and hope that he don't get a prenup, and she could get 50% if she divorces him again. I wouldn't put it past her to do something like that. Some women are conniving and scandalous, so she seems like she may be that type of woman. So.
That's that whole narrative that was just created last night. That's hilarious. First of all, he's in a relationship right now, but I'm just trying to I don't understand. How did you deduce that? Not you, Hink, but you, the person that said it, that created this narrative, deduced that she's trying to get back with him, to get remarried to him, to get rid of the prenup and then take half and leave it all over again. Like, what was?
Because it's just the same woman that said she didn't want anything. She's not materialistic. She's not this and not that. But comes to find out, she went through what he said, 3 lawyers, 3 law firms. You know what I'm saying? To try to get the prenup overturned. Yeah, she's willing to do that, and she's willing to listen to her friends, her trifling ass friends, to get advice from them. So I believe I wouldn't put nothing past this woman. Nothing past this woman at all. Look, she's a so-called therapist, counselor, whatever she calls herself. That's the scary part about it. Yeah,
You know of her too?
that's
Ken?
a.
You know of her? You listen to her podcast as well?
Well, no, I just learned about her this past week. So amongst other, I like to do some research if I am going to speak on this situation or the topic. So another thing is she's able to help her friends, right, with these type of conversations and these type of issues, but she can't rely on her friends to help her in the same positive and encouraging manner. Talk about you should stay with your husband. She's got some trash ass friends that she's getting advice from, and that's part of her problem. You know, saying friends should have never look. I'm the type. It's a circle of 2, right? So if me and my wife are having issues, we're not involving your mammy, your pappy, or any other family members or friends alone. No, we're gonna figure this out together. Now, if we can't, we're gonna go to marital counseling, and we're gonna find a way to get through these issues, whatever they may be, together. I'm not bringing everybody put their hands in my stool to fuck up my meal. We're not doing this.
I mean, and that's a great way to look at it. I personally have going through marriage. That's a great way to do it. It just be me and you, me and my husband. We got a problem. We gonna talk about it. We gonna work out. And when we can't, you come to an impasse. Then we get someone that's qualified and credentialed to help us through this rough patch. Marie Savage's very problematic super chat. Thank you, Savage, for this problematic $2 super chat. She's a woman. That's how you know. I don't read that. Go ahead.
Well, I got to push back because it sounds different from the narrative that you said when we first got on. So you're saying if he can't hear you for some reason, you do go to people that you can confide in. So what is the proper path? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to hold you to that path. Maybe you was wilding 2 hours ago. so that happens, you know. So now that Hank, with the deep voice said what I said, what do you think? You think Hank's way to do it is more correct than going to other people just because you don't feel heard?
So you're wild for this, Ham, because I literally said I'm coming. Ain't no backpedaling, ain't no combine.
That's hilarious.
I literally said to you in the beginning, I'm coming to you initially. I said that, right?
I acknowledge that. Remember, I just said that.
Perfect. So I'm coming to you, and you sit there. No, I don't care, and you don't even try to help resolve it. That's
impasse.
It's not even an impasse, sir, because you're not even trying to hear anything I have to say. Because remember, I said that part. I don't.
You're not been clashing. Yeah, I'm not hearing you. We're at an impasse.
Repeatedly, fine. Then I would go to someone else that is married. Get squinted all you want to, sir. I would go to a qualified. I said therapist, and I said or a married person that's been through. You're making me laugh. A married person that has been
wilding right now because you know that's not what Hank said at all.
He didn't say love. We're not going to no married person. We're going to a therapist. We're not, and nobody else other than because and love. If you're married to me, you're going to agree with me. I'm gonna bring you home.
Oh, listen. Of course.
I know. But look, by the time I give me another month, she's gonna be all the way right, brother.
Once you get a hold of her, this was gonna happen, Hank. Gonna knock all the rings out her ass, boy. I already know. Wait.
I got you, brother.
What I'm saying is, I honestly don't feel Now, if my husband says we're not going to do this, I'm going to respect him. I'm a respecter of my husband. But I'm going to sit there and say, I'm going to talk to a married person who's been through this. And I say woman, it would not be a man. I would talk to a woman, and that's married, successfully married, not been married for a year, someone who's been through something, someone who survived something. I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. I would. Now, if he sits there and says, don't do that crap again because he found out, I won't do it again. But me, innocently, I would do that. I would do that in the beginning. Him, I would.
Stop for a second. Stop for a second. So did you just say you wouldn't do it again if he found out?
Yeah, because I didn't know he had a problem with it. I didn't know he had a problem with it.
The reason why I don't believe you, because you said if he found out, there seems like there's some type of sneaky.
No, there's no deception. There's no deception. I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, I'm going to go talk to Mrs. So-and-so about our relationship. That's not how it works in real life. You just talk. I'm just talking to Mrs. So-and-so.
Yeah. So, love, if you did do this, would you voluntarily offer that information, or would I have to pry and ask you this?
Good question.
See, that's a problem. I don't like you. I don't like that you thinking about it, love. That's a problem for me, man.
Good question. No,
you know what make me mad? Noble, I got Hank already knows this, Noble, but I'm trying to get this nigga married so fucking bad, but this is like pulling teeth trying to get this nigga to be marriage material, man. I had to get off my chest. I digress. Sorry, Hank. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, good.
So I need to know this love. I mean, this is a problem.
All right, Hank.
See,
Hank, hold on one second. Let me
go ahead,
to my brother real quick. And Noble, she doesn't fucking listen, bro. And Hank tried to tell her she'll see how she acting all sweet, see how she leaning on her hand like she cute.
Yeah, I never seen the side of her. It's good.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And then tonight, what time it is. And then Hank gonna be disappointed in her, and they're gonna play the same game again. I can't fucking win. All right, I'm done. My bad. My bad, man. Damn, let me go off camera.
Not the one in the bus.
Love, I'm still waiting for that answer, man. Don't think just scolded you don't mean I don't get an answer.
Yeah, she still got an answer. My bad, Hank.
Nah, you good, brother. You do what you gotta do. You that guy.
I'm gonna read the super chat while she get her mind right. Oh, she read her
internet messing up. All this coincidence, huh?
Yeah. She gonna hit a button. She done turned this. She put on airplane mode. Savage with flight, right? Savage with the $5. If she not trying to make you a sandwich when you ask, give a woman on the side that makes tacos. Oh man! All right, love.
Let me answer his question. So,
go ahead.
Yes. Let me answer his question. So it's not purposeful and intentional deception. It is not in real life. Now, if you ask me, or I may say, hey, I was talking to Mrs. So-and-so about our situation. I would do that because I'm talking about in real life how I would do it. I would talk to Mrs. So-and-so because she knows both of us, and I was telling her how we just can't come to an agreement on X. I would say that. I would do that, and that's how you would find out. I would not intentionally hold information.
Yeah, she would.
Damn that internet, man. God damn.
Yeah, see,
that's how you would know.
You broke up, love.
Can you hear me?
You were out for like 10 seconds. But there you go.
My point is, I wouldn't intentionally deceive you. I would not intentionally deceive you. I would say I was talking to Mrs. Smith down the street. She knows both of us. I told her how we had a horrible argument, and she said that I need to do better in this way. I would say that to you.
So
wisdom says I would never sit there and say, Mrs. Smith. I wouldn't do that because that's crazy.
Stop the cap.
She said, Mrs. Smith said, I need to improve. Mrs. Smith said, Asia, you're wrong. Did da 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 da. I would tell you that.
And so
I wouldn't say they're wrong. I wouldn't do that.
Okay, so I appreciate your honesty, but I would in this scenario. So let's play the scenario. I know I have loads of scenarios. In this scenario, I would come to you in love. I would scold you, but in a loving way.
That's
I
nice.
said, baby, I appreciate you looking to get the answers you're looking for and that we both need. But what I don't appreciate is where you got the answers from. One of the reasons why, because she just heard one side of the story and not mine. So there was no equality right then and there. That's the problem for me. Another thing is I don't want everybody to know our business because you go telling this story. I go down to see Mrs. Harris because I'm trying to help her, put up a new ceiling fan in our bedroom, and she's looking me sideways, cockeyed, because she thinks I'm this evil person that Love spoke about, and that's not cool for me. So, Love, please do not ever do that again. That is not a good idea for our relationship. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use the EAP, and we're going to take advantage of it, and we're going to give some marital counseling, and we're going to get through this. We're going to be open and honest with the therapist, and whatever solution she come up with, we're going to take it in stride. We're going to put it in practice. Can we agree on that?
Yes, and I apologize. I apologize to you, babe. I would never do that again. That was not my intention, and you're right. Let's do this.
I accept your apology. So let's make this happen.
See how easy it is? It's
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
All right, let me.
He offered a solution, Ham. He offered a solution. He tried to offer a solution.
I can't. You see, because here's the fly shit about this. Love, you know your man, right?
Okay.
So you would have an inclination of what he's okay and not okay with. For you to be disingenuous and act like if it was Hank that you didn't know he would be deterred or upset by you going outside is bullshit. Is omission lying, nigga?
I'm a flawed human being and I messed up. That's why I apologize.
Nah. When I say nigga, you know I'm talking to you. Is omission lying? God damn it. I'm trying. Y'all being cordial. Now I gotta come in with the bullshit. Is omission lying? She love freezing, boy.
That's the woman wireless.
Is omission, stop playing with your ear. You ain't slow. Is omission lying?
Yes, but I didn't omit anything. You hear me?
Yeah. First off, okay. Sassy, I'm not Hink. Yo, why do y'all always is omission lying?
Yes, but I did not omit anything from him. I told him. Did you not hear that? I came to him and said it.
What feels like omission is you acting like you going over there not knowing his response. That's bullshit. Come on now.
So,
well, no, that's not omission. Ham. That's really in a vulnerable moment. I started crying. I break down because we just had an argument.
I used the wrong word. I apologize. I was thinking of two things at once.
Okay.
But all right, if it was me, do you think I would be okay with that just in a vacuum?
Now I can't say that now. Honestly, of course I know now. Like now, yes.
But you know me though. You know me well enough to know, as my platonic friend, that I wouldn't be okay with it. So the nigga that's putting dick in you wouldn't know that. My bad. I'm getting too. See, I'm trying to be classy, but this shit just somebody take over, man. It sounds crazy. Brothers, am I wilding like you sound?
I'm not here, bro.
You good? You good? You sound like she's taking you there. That's okay. Give me about 4 weeks, brother. She gonna be right, man.
Shit like that.
In a vulnerable moment, in a weak moment, we had that.
You gotta put her in the bathroom.
In a vulnerable moment, in vulnerable time, she caught me on the wrong day, and that's why I would sit there and go to him and be like, "Babe, I talked to Mrs. Smith because I knew he would probably be upset, so I don't want to omit anything. I'm coming to you and saying, babe, this is what happened. I did talk to Mrs. Smith because I know that he would like." You see what I'm saying? I'm not omitting anything. In a poor choice, in a vulnerable moment, I did it, and I came to him willingly and said, "I did this." There's nothing deceitful about that. I gave my flower.
But you know something, you know me. But you know something, love. I can accept that, but I'm not going to keep allowing this to keep on being your reason for this decision you're making. Now, see, that could also be a problem too. You know, you can bat your eyes and kind of look innocent and all that, and think we're going to continue to do. No, we're not going to do that, love. We can't do that. That's going to be a problem. So I'm going to address it right then and there, and I'm going to let you know further. No, this can't happen no more. I'm telling you, love. I'm dealing with a grown woman, right? And I want to treat you as such. I don't want to treat you like a child. I want to deal with you like the grown ass lady that you are. So I'm expecting you to carry and act and move as such.
Right. And it go to hand point. It's like if you know what type of man you was with, like you didn't put your mouth on this man, you know he gonna have a problem before you can go over there. So when you get in your little vulnerable situation,
give me a sec. I'll be back. My fault. My fault.
No problem. When you get in that situation, you know you are expected to go. I would love to talk with you about this. Honestly, I would, but you know I can't. I got to talk with my husband first.
And
I think,
y'all. But wait, hold up. I've admitted that it was wrong. I admitted that I would never do it again. I promise I would never do it again. Now, the repeat, yes, I can see y'all continuing this conversation if it repeated, because that's not a mistake anymore. That's not it's just in a bad time. You're purposely doing this. That's the problematic part of it. If I'm saying early in our marriage, this happens, whatever, but if it's repeated, that's problematic. So I don't know if we need to continue that piece of it. I have to go pretty soon. It's been on here for 2 hours. But I don't know if we have to continue talking about that part because again, I'm telling you it was not malicious. I'm telling you it won't happen again. So
well, you know, the point of bringing it up, it's not that it's malicious. It's not that you mean like any ill will. It's just like as a man, this trajectory not gonna work. Again, like I said earlier, the cliff. Hey, that cliff is that way if we keep going this way where you in that situation, you don't respond accordingly. You know, so it may feel to you like we being mean and we not being forgiven, but we see a thing where, you know, y'all got these feelings, and if these feelings is going to allow you to violate our trust every time, got to bring it up. So I do understand what Ham's saying.
Repeated violation of trust is problematic. It is, but don't act like people don't make mistakes. I'm not leaning on or having a mistake as a crutch, but don't act like people don't make mistakes, because mistakes will happen through. Things are going to happen when we're married.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that. My thing is, how many of them? When does mistakes become a habit? After 1, after 2, after 3?
Well, that's the thing. I'm not keeping score. So when we start keeping score, I think that's problematic. But again, repeat. I don't know what the threshold is. Is it 5? Is it 7?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Your same point is. Yeah, to your same point, it's just you responded the same way I'm saying it, right? I don't know when enough is enough. I know I got this time, and I wanted to happen a second time. So we got to speak up at that point. That's not the.
You should.
Exactly. It's not to push out the fact that people make mistakes. It's just like, come on now, we're not children no more. This is not for play. This is real life. We got to be making these. We got to make it happen. Because let that bank or your job not send you that check. How many times you gonna wait for that? Because you got bills to pay.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
Totally agree with
you. Yeah.
And
no.
Again,
I'm not. It's not. It's just. Go ahead.
And again, I just want to make sure there's no scorekeeping. I think he might be on mute. There's no scorekeeping.
No, I'm on mute still. No, right?
No, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
So I understand what you guys are saying. However, I'm saying before you make that mistake, we know that a lot of mistakes are avoidable. And so again, use that intuition that you guys are supposed to have. And you need to discern whether or not the decision you're making is good, or could it cause turmoil. You knowing your man no good and goddamn well, you sharing your business with other people is outside of the things that he wants to tolerate. And y'all do it anyway. If I go to the strip club and I shouldn't be touching and slapping ass and going to the VIP room, and I'm like, I think I can make it out, and I end up touching and slapping ass, that's on me. That ain't no mistake. I know I'm putting myself in a poor situation. And I feel like we gotta stop. We gotta stop that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a bit of an egregious, because you sitting there VIP strip club and touching people as opposed to me running my mouth. The fence is an offense. Don't get me wrong. I get your point. The fence is an offense. But
I use an extreme example to illustrate the point.
Huh?
No, I use an extreme example to illustrate the point.
Yeah.
Right. You know you're doing something that don't feel quite right, but you're doing it anyway because you think you can justify it. Internet sucks. Black America with the $5. She talks too much. Push back. Thinks her opinion matters. A little masculine and older. She's a hard sell for marriage. Who love? God damn.
Well, my opinion does matter, you idiot. I'm on a podcast. What are you talking about? My opinion does matter. I'm on a podcast. If it didn't matter, I wouldn't be on a podcast. You sound ridiculous, Black America. You want to be insulting on purpose. If you're mad, be mad at your girl. Like, stop coming at me reckless like that. That was stupid. I'm here to give my opinion on purpose on a podcast. Stop being dumb. Go ahead, Hamwood Savage. Like, that's stupid. I hate when he says dumb stuff like that. Purposely insulting. Like, shut the fuck. Good job. Go ahead.
Wow. Savage with the $5. Is this the same woman that says she wouldn't say she has been to this restaurant before? Savage with the $5. Lack of accountability.
Memorize my line. I love it. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
Savage
sorry.
with the $2.
Go ahead.
Lack of accountability women keep score, not men. Damn. All I'm saying is be accountable before you need to be accountable to someone else.
I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go back to before that. I did say that. What I said was, no, savages, not Black America. Savages. I said I didn't say I would omit. I would sit there and he would say, "Babe, you want to go to True Lux?" Am I frozen? Dang.
No, you're good.
Dang.
Can
y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that was me. No.
Yeah.
You can hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Dang. Important to say.
So, in terms of the context of Savage's comment, I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but basically, Love said, so men were saying, look, we don't want to take you on a trip to a country that you've been to with another man. Even far as down to like a restaurant. If I'm bringing you to an experience restaurant like a True Lux, which is, $60, $70 a plate, then I want that experience between us, you and I. So if you've been there with another man, I probably need to understand that. So Love was saying that she wouldn't tell her man that she'd been there with another man. So that's what Savage's comment is for. So go ahead.
So does she think the man's gonna feel some type of way? Is that why she's doing that?
Her man shared the sentiment. Like, for instance, my wife and I travel twice a year. We got all these kids, right? But
shout out to the kids.
Yeah, fuck the kids. So,
God damn.
if she been somewhere, like people live before people live before we get together, right? And she been somewhere with a dude, we not going to that island.
Okay.
There's plenty more islands we can go to. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so same shit. Go ahead. All right, she back? I don't want to steal her thunder. But I'm just trying to give y'all context if y'all didn't see it.
Okay. So thank you for that hint. So I said was, if my new man says, "Hey, you want to go to True Lux?" I love True Lux. It's so much good food. And I've been there before. I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I heard their food is amazing."
So you just flat out lied.
That's not a lie. I heard their food is amazing.
You heard their food is amazing, or the food is amazing because you've been there before.
You heard is wow. That's a lie. That's crazy.
I didn't say when I heard it, but I heard it was amazing. Y'all like
Ain't that omission?
Love, why would you do that? There's no need for doing that. Look, are you trying to be sensitive to the man's ego or something? Is that why you're doing it?
Hey, that's not even omission. That's a straight lie.
It's straight lie.
That's not a lie.
World Class was saying you heard. No, you been there. You ate the shit.
You heard. You remembered. You heard your memories.
That's an L. That's an L, love. You can't do that. Don't do that. Look, I'd rather you look. It depends on the city. The city or the state you're in. Y'all may not have a lot of 5-star nice restaurants, and so a guy can't be too, oblivious that you may not never been there before. Even if it wasn't with another guy, maybe with your girlfriends. Get over it. But you look. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that's fine, love. You've been there before, but you never been with me, right? You never been with me. So now you're gonna get a different experience. I don't give a damn about that other dude. That dude ain't me.
Yeah, I said the same exact thing.
But love, the only thing is not everybody has that mindset. Now you may get somebody, a dark skinned brother who ain't got the same mindset as me. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm saying? A dark skinned brother ain't got the same mindset as me, and he like, no, we ain't going nowhere.
You gotta stop.
Know your audience. Know your audience. Know your audience, because you're right, Hank. Someone like you don't care. I said to him before too. I said, but I haven't been there with you. I'm getting experiencing with you. I said that to him, and we
not saying. See, you gave Hank the information. Nah, it ain't no wait. You gave Hank the information. We talking about. You said I heard the food was great. That's wild as fuck.
Know your audience.
And then wait, homie. And then you said I heard the food was great. It's a straight lie. And then you said you wouldn't tell him you've been there with another nigga, knowing your man's sentiments. See, you doing all this nodding when Hank talking. Hank said, know your audience, know who it is that you're dealing with and talking to. Go ahead, World Class. You want to say something? Because she get on my nerves now.
Yeah, she stressed me out this night. I ain't gonna lie to you. We gotta deal with Hank. It's no mindset worse than the light skinned guys. Let's just get that out. We gotta stop. This.
Wow.
Yeah, love. That's just straight lying. That's just straight lying. We can't be doing that. I don't really see the issue. I don't know. But I get it. We're generally talking, so it includes a lot of different people. I really don't care. Because if that's the case, then don't go into the vagina that another nigga was in. We don't know, because that's the most intimate. I don't care, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because like, how far does that go? Do we not go to the same grocery store? Do we not? I don't know. Do we not go to Walmart, the same Walmart? I don't really. Me personally, I don't care. I don't even have that.
Good point.
I don't even have that. What you say?
Well, for the brothers, it would be experiences, But you gotta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you saying, okay? Because you did say something about $60-$70 plates. You want to be the. Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this together, right? That's the first time I've been there too. That's what a lot of it goes into.
Okay. You want to spend both of y'all first.
Yeah, as much as you can, right? You can't avoid everything, but yeah. So True Lux, where it's $70 a plate, yeah, like me and you going there together, you know what I mean? But if I'm walking into True Lux and they like, oh, hey, Hamp, what's up? Damn, how they know you in here? Oh, I be in here. She gonna feel some type of way. Like, people be acting like,
yeah, that's problematic. That is, because I'm like, wait, you been here a lot with who? I agree with you on that. I'm talking about that piece of it. I've been to this one time before, right? And it's not even with a man, because you said it wasn't necessarily with a man. It could be period. You said that your man wants to give you the first. Okay. And so I could have been there with my homegirls, because me and my homegirls go places a lot. I go places by myself a lot. So you have to know your audience. Hink wouldn't care. You and Noble may care. Y'all hear me?
Noble said
we can.
Frozen again.
No, did you say you don't care?
Oh, okay,
I don't care. I don't. It doesn't make me no difference. If
right.
If she don't care, I don't care.
I don't have to be like, I heard it was good. I did hear it was good, and then I went.
Lying ass nigga boy. Unpopular truth with the $2.
I got to tell him that. I got
internet. That's me. Can you hear? Unpopular truth with the $2. Facts! Exclamation point. They have to keep a built-in excuse.
Built-in excuse, right?
Yeah. Unpopular truth for $2. Just a liar. Shaking my head. Black America with the $2. The lie is why your opinion doesn't matter. Yo, they going. And the thing is, she did that to herself. Them last few comments though, because that shit.
You talking to us, Hank? Or you? Okay. No.
Hank, no, I think Hank on the phone.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I mean, it's important to know who you're dealing with. World class. Do you, if you're shorty, you was taking her on a trip, would it be important to take her to an island she never experienced, and then more specifically, she never experienced with another man, or you don't think it doesn't matter?
We going where I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if that nigga went before. I don't be caring about. Listen, I don't be caring about niggas. But my honest answer to that is, it's something that's important to us that we agreed upon, or we both want to do. Because she may want to go to a place that I don't want to go to. Is there a place that we both we find a place that we both want to go to, where we both can get what we want while we're there? That's what I would be thinking about. If you, I mean, I don't go to the horrible extremes. If you try to go back to Jamaica and you got a nigga there that you trying to creep off with, that's on you. I'll just do the same, but I'm not worried about that shit. I mean, that's about extreme as I can think, because I don't understand it. I get the concept you was talking about. You want to be her first. Me personally, I don't care. Like I really don't. That type of stuff I don't think about. I'm more of I care about the foundations, the fundamentals, the boring stuff. I don't the fun, like her, whatever. I care about the boring stuff. I don't care about the fun stuff. That's
love. Here's where you start to ruin your perceptions, because you understand what he's saying, but you have a hard time understand what I'm saying. Why? It's because you don't agree with it.
Because it honestly does not make sense to me, and I think we talked about this before. I'm gonna say this:
if a man wants to show you things and introduce you to experiences, you need to be able to nod to that too, and then nod to what world class says. Like, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about us doing it together. They both have to matter, because these are sets of men that you could potentially run into, and you'll have to deal with. Right, so it cannot not make sense because you don't like it.
I agree with you on that. I want men to give me first in experiences. I do. Can you hear me? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want men to give me first in experiences. I don't want to do the same old thing over. The world is so huge. We have so many different things we can do, and I want to experience a lot of firsts with him as well. I want to be his first and other things as well. I want the first, but what I'm saying is, I don't want that to be a hindrance or even a argument point is all I'm saying. So I agree with you, Ham, and I agree with him as well. But I'm just saying, why I disagree with you, Ham, is I don't want it to be an obstacle or a hurdle. That's all. I don't want it to be a hurdle. That's it. It's not disrespectful. I want to be disrespectful and saying
get married when you're 20. You don't got to worry about it.
Well, I'm past 20, so it's too late. So now what?
Are you?
Barely.
I don't care about it, but you definitely gonna get these jokes. You gonna get some jokes while we go through it. If you went to a place or Puerto Rico or something and you went there with another nigga, you gonna get these jokes. I ain't gonna say the lie to you. But I don't care. It's gonna come out. Like, oh, that is the nigga around there. The nigga in the sombrero hat. That's
all right, y'all. Thank you. This is a great conversation. Thank you for your patience. This internet was wild, crazy. Tonight I'll be at home and I'm gonna be on, no problem. So I can sit
What's
there.
The subject tonight.
Subject tonight is there an overemphasis on marriage? We're gonna discuss that. And I sent this to Hamp a few days ago. He tried to change it. I'm trying to change my topics. I think it's a very important discussion to have with the women and with the world, listening to us talk in the sisterhood. So thank you all. Much better internet connection tonight. I appreciate the conversation. World class.
Appreciate you.
You my baby doll. Hamp, you my homeboy. We're going to battle it out when we do. But see y'all.
Peace.
Easy. Man, Savage with the $5. The point is, if she wouldn't tell him she'd been there, then to eat than to eat. They get married, and she wouldn't go talk to Mrs. Smith, but tell you about Mrs. Smith. Yeah, it doesn't. She's not going to reveal it unless she get caught.
Ain't that what she said?
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know what I mean? It just is what it is, man. Women are y'all Hank, you still rocking out with your chick, right? Your lady from when we've been talking?
Yeah, for sure.
And it, World Class, you in a relationship or anything?
I don't ever know who go with me. They always be going with me and I'll be gone. So I gotta check the inventory, see who go with me right now.
Yeah, word.
Shit like that.
I'm actually retired, but we'll see.
I remember those days, man. Damn.
Yeah.
It is a difficult. You know what I was experiencing, like a little bit, just thinking about it. Like a lot of men don't really have a lot of interaction with women overall. I feel because when I'm looking at the chat, not just this chat, but just chats, so many men be in the chats is getting their shit off, like shit they wanted to say forever. You know what I'm saying? But they don't got access to women to even talk to them and say these things. You know what I mean? And it's so much turmoil. Like I told Love and the girls on the panel on Tuesday night, I said half of y'all femcells. You know, an incel for women.
Most of the space is femcells.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and there's a lot of incels. You know what I mean? Honestly,
a lot.
And when I said it to him, but then I talked to him after, like, yo, damn, that shit fit based on the definition.
Yeah, because I think the femcel is just they can't get in a relationship with the type of men they want.
Yeah,
that's a lot of them. Because a lot of the men they want only exist in 2D.
Yeah, yep.
So
as a fact,
I had my show the other day and we talked about this. Are men afraid to approach women? And so it's what it pretty much sounds like. A lot of communication, a lot of men are not having, and when they do, they act like they don't even know what to say. They come off if they not coming off like some type of overbearing man, they coming off like some scared ass little boy.
Yeah.
You have a lot of situations like that, and that's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yep. Do you know what they assume? I feel like, Hank, and I'm saying feel because I haven't betted this in World Class. They assume they can only be a friend. And I feel like when they approaching these women, they kind of just automatically like, she ain't gonna like me. She don't want me yet. And they just put themselves in this particular category.
Yeah.
As opposed to shooting and see what happens. You know what I mean?
Lack of confidence, yeah.
And you'd be surprised at how many niggas how many of these women that's just bad. Be like, this dude, no, he don't look good enough, but it's confident. He just had the confidence. He shot a shot. He just walked up to me and I went out with him. Like, you'd be surprised, man.
You'd be surprised. You've seen them couples.
I think a lot of these conversations happen the way they happen because the rules is not set and people not completely honest about what's going on. There are two sets of rules. The first set of rules is for attractive people. The second set of rules is for unattractive people. And it just need to be understood.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
Like the Kevin Samuel shit, a lot of that shit, y'all getting convoluted on what applies to what. And the same shit, a woman will come and say the same thing. And they do, the females do better at having this conversation than we do. They like these rich niggas up here. These are niggas that can get this, that, and the third. You average broke niggas, which is any nigga that's not in the top fucking 1%. You know what I'm saying? This, that, the third. But I'm saying these guys, they'll get up and they'll, you said this to him, but you won't say this to him because you're ugly to her. She's not. What the fuck you want me to do?
Yeah,
I'm supposed to do this for marriage. You're supposed to do that for marriage, nigga. I don't got to do the shit that y'all niggas got to do. And I'm not about to apologize to you because I don't. It is what it is. Blame your dad or your mom. That's not my fault. But
yo, it's ill. I was telling the dudes on the panel and the ladies, yo, all you niggas is average at best. Like, you know what I mean? And I always said, and I told the men, approach the world like you ugly, my nigga, because women only consider 20% of men attractive.
That's a fact.
So y'all need to stop acting like, yo, this is your life. You better get some muscles, get some money, and gain some confidence.
Yeah.
But you're gonna be getting shot down more than you ain't. Yeah, I say that shit all the time. But you right. You're right though. You're right.
It's two sets of rules. You try to hold a nigga accountable. You supposed to do this to her. She was a bad woman and she didn't do this. Nigga, she is fucking let's use 6 to goddess. She gonna have her way no matter what. Nigga, it don't make no difference. She's this and she used to be a stripper. Niggas don't care. Like she's going, it don't matter what part of the planet she go to, she gonna be one of the baddest women in the world. And it's gonna be a nigga to give her away. Get over it. Find some chick that's in your range. Stop fucking trying to punch outside of your weight class. Stay in your welterweight. Shit, stop fucking with heavyweight.
Let me ask y'all a question. How do men actually build confidence? And I'm asking because I can say the things that are rhetoric in the red pill, so to speak. Right. Lift weights, get your money up, so on and so forth.
Right.
But are those real ways? Like, how can you actually build confidence? You know, to give you an example, I come from an environment like a Northeast environment. So we got a different type of, not saying we like that, but you know, like it's aggressive. You know, we learn to shoot your shot. Fuck it if she reject me, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like parking lot pimping with the name. You talk to 30 chicks, you get 2 numbers. That's a good night. I'm going home happy as a mom. You know what I'm saying? But you know, different strokes for different folks. So how do you actually build confidence?
You gotta stop being a bitch out of people's sight.
Break that down.
When you know you gotta lift weight, those just the subjects. When you know you need to be in the gym, when you know you need to be getting in them books, when you know you need to be turning down the little ugly fat bitch that's gonna fuck because you need a place to live, and you out of people's sight and you still doing the shit that you supposed to be doing, that's where you build confidence.
Yeah,
that's where it comes from. My mentor always said, all you are is who you are when nobody looking. That's where it's gonna come from, bro. It's being honest with yourself and like watching you go, yeah, I fucks with you. Cause you got a whole niggas be having your whole like I don't really fuck with you type of behavior. You don't fuck with you, don't take care of yourself. You know you're supposed to be doing this, you don't do that. You want to rap, you don't rap. You want to make this, you don't do it. You don't fuck with you. You really don't. You know what I mean? And it's just that.
Yeah. You don't fuck with you. Yep. And I always say, and yo, we got a kindred understanding, but you articulate it differently. But I always say it's called self-esteem, not we esteem.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? Yeah, no, that's real. You don't fuck with you, and then you wondering why the bitches don't fuck with you.
Exactly. And niggas, you got chicks that fuck with them. They really fuck with them. She might got the yellow shit in her head, but she fuck with her. And she know it on. She know what this shit look like because she look at her every day. You ain't it?
Yeah, facts. Yo, you know what's ill world class? Sometimes, like one time, they was like somebody in the comments was like, "Hamp, you need to control these women from talking to the men a certain kind of way." I said, I don't deal with the same shit y'all dealing with. It's ill when because Hank come up often. He might get a little spat here and there, but ain't nobody, they not coming at Hank a particular way. You know what I'm saying? They might have an argument that happens, but they ain't calling Hank a name or telling him shut the fuck. He don't deal with that. But other men come to the panel and deal with it, right? And they want me to save them niggas. Nigga, you click the link, nigga. If you there's a reason why you're dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna shut them down because that defeats the purpose. And also, just as a content creator, ain't no clickbait and everybody not arguing. Like, there's entertainment in this shit too, you know. But why Hank don't deal with this shit when he come on the panel with the same 7 women?
Exactly, and that's I've seen that with Hank everywhere.
You gotta tell dudes to survive, brother. We gotta survive. He
wouldn't deal with it either, Hank. I feel like, and y'all got 2 different approaches, right? But is it because his energy is even? Is it because that he's being sensical? Is it because he don't mind waiting for his turn? You know, like there's so many ways to skin a cat.
I can tell you this. I've been in around this space since like what 2021, and the same women that everybody be having problems with, they don't disrespect the men that I rock with, and myself included. They don't be doing that shit. The same ones that be in the chat, banded this, banded that, they don't do it to Hank, they don't do it to me. The guys that I see, they solid dudes, they don't treat them like that. Not 100% of them, but they don't do it because because it's like you can't get around the fact that this chick may be 20-something years old, but she been on this planet for 2 decades. She know a bitch ass nigga when she see one. And you gonna go, well, she need to deal with the women. Cool, I deal with the women. But right now, you in the chat, you on the panel, you a bitch. You want me to save you from what? Stop being a bitch.
That's
you go.
I'm not exonerating their behavior.
Me either.
Right? I'm not. But it just is. It's so who's that girl named? She decently attractive. She dark skinned. She be on mad panels. She always got her breast out. Oh,
Fantasy Island girl.
That one. Her. I'm on C Chaotic's panel right one day, and we doing one-on-ones, and she cutting people off, cussing them out, blah blah blah. Me and her, I get on there for about 5-10 minutes with her. We just had a back and forth conversation that like it was real simple. And then it wasn't my turn. She's like, "Oh, I like talking to him." But we was going back and forth, but it was just like, you know what I mean? Like I guess the energies made sense. I'm just trying to figure it out. Why and why not? Why is this happening? Are they just completely disrespectful? How do we build confidence? I'm asking y'all 7 different questions in one. My bad.
It's for one again. I'll reiterate: there's rules for attractive people, and there's rules for unattractive people. And the chicks is going to give niggas that they find attractive certain room, certain leeway. That they're not going to give these clown ass niggas, and it is what it is. And you go, well, that shouldn't be the way it is. Yeah, I hear you, but I done said shit. I don't watch Hank say shit. I watched a lot of men in this panel say shit, and they not there and they not listening. So fuck you. Get what you get. Is it? I don't care. Listen. Yeah, you shouldn't do that to these guys. No, y'all not being guys, because these same niggas that will complain when these chicks are having they live, they super chatting, they cash app, and these same chicks that they say is disrespectful. But they watch these contents, bro. You got to understand, like you said, a lot of these chicks is femcells. Who's moving the Lapeef? Who moving your channel? Who's moving each channel? It's these same femcells. They are the main content creator. We were just on Courtney Michelle channel last night. It was a brother that's been here since 2006. He said, I went to the damn office in YouTube. It's 80% women. The people that's going to move YouTube is women. Really? It is what it is. Yeah.
So
and I'm like,
just let me.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, with the $2. It's because you the host, bro. Bunny did it to you. So he got a point. There was a lady, she never been on the channel before, right? She new to YouTube, like she not a YouTube person. Dana just invited her on the stream one time. So I was saying, like, all the women on here everybody on screen is average, including myself, right? And I was like 90% of the chat is average. Once I said that, she got an attitude. She started talking shit, and then she's like, "That's why you got glow lights in your background, bitch." And then she got off the stream. So that did happen. I'm just not sure if it's the same thing I'm referencing, because as soon as I said that, she just went off basically, and I just sat there and let her go off. And then once she hung up, I just continued what I was saying. Yeah. But I guess that's fair. I'm probably the truth. I don't know if it's the same thing,
but that truth hurts. That truth hurts sometimes, man. There's nothing you gotta accept it. There's nothing you can do. Look, man's been accepting the truth. Motherfuckers told me, man, Hank, you ugly, or this or that. All right, man, that's cool. I don't think so, but it's what you think. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings with this bullshit. Because let me tell you this. I can go out here and get what I want if I want it and be good. While you still gonna struggle and try to fight and be combative with these women, yeah, go ahead and do that, man. I'm not having those issues you have. My lady knows what she wants to be. She wants to be with a winner. It is what it is. But you know, so I don't mean to get too far on the subject, but you said, how do we learn and get there? Look, I used to take advantage of you fat, ugly women to learn how to talk to women. You should pick them up, get their phone numbers. That's how I learn how to communicate with women. And then you got to realize they're not different. Their mindset is not different. Just the exterior. That's it. Some beautiful, some ain't. But they all pretty much got the same mindset. You just got to have the confidence and the wherewithal to talk to a woman and not be afraid of rejection, be turned down. It's going to happen.
But you built up the confidence and you practiced.
That's exactly what I did.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
It's like sports. You need reps.
I had to take some L's. You know, in baseball, if you bat 300, man, they're gonna pay you $600 to $700 million for a 10-year contract.
Yep.
30%.
Yep. Hey, look at this. Look, so Hank said that, right? Because Joel was saying in the chat, rejection doesn't breed confidence. And I think there's some truth to it. But what you saying, Hank, is like start slow. The little chubby fat joint, get the yeses. And once you start hearing yes, you get accustomed to it and you can push forward. That resonates with me. I never even thought about that shit before.
But neither does success. Success doesn't breed confidence.
Okay.
Because when I'm successful, I know I just show my opponent how to win. I get worried. I gotta adapt. You have those experiences, rejection or success, for the experience, for wisdom. That adds to your awareness. That adds for your, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't hire a vet on a team that's trying to win a Super Bowl or NBA championship, because he's confident. They hire him because he's knowledgeable. He knows things. He's been through the ups and the downs. That's just a part of it. We want to compartmentalize it for no reason and get one over the other. We need both of them. My mentor used to tell me, ain't nothing as good as the same, ain't nothing as bad as the same. You get the rejection or you get the success solely for the purpose of having an understanding and an experience. So next time you in that field, you can become more efficient. That's it.
Yeah, you know
That's
both.
it.
Yeah,
you gotta understand.
Right. Damn, because I'm just thinking, and when y'all talking, I'm just thinking of examples that I seen it. I saw what you're saying work. Do you guys remember Eric Weddle? I play football in college and stuff, so I'm like into that. But
he was with the Ravens.
Yeah, and then he was with the Rams.
The Chargers.
Afterwards.
Chargers too.
Chargers, Rams, and Chargers, Ravens, and Rams when he won it with the Rams.
Exactly. But they brought him back during the playoffs just to play in those last 3 games because he knew the system, he was smart, and they know he would be efficient. But also he had all that experience from good and bad. Ravens, Chargers, Rams. When I was thinking what Hank was saying, when I first started playing football at 8 years old, you know, I asked my dad, like, how do I become the best person? Because I was asked, you got to go against the best people. So I started with CJ. Then I moved to Quintrell. I know their names. And then Augustin was an older, lighter. You guys ever play midget football where it was weight limits? But he was small, but he was like 10 years old. So he had to play with us. But he was older so that he could do everything. And then finally I could win against him every fucking day. You know what I mean? And that was the last time I was asked. You know what I'm saying? But I worked my way up just because I'm breaking it down like to what can resonate. Damn, that's interesting. What do y'all think about this? In terms of how women deal with men in this space, the tone of voice and attractiveness, how does this resonate with you?
Absolutely.
Important?
Most of the women that I've kind of linked up with around here is my voice, my tone, how I talk to them. Just getting on that vibe where it's like not threatening. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dad, so I just use my dad voice all day. And I just tell them what's right. You know what I mean? And they like that. They want to call you daddy anyway. You know what I'm saying? And it is. Again, that's why I said what I said. It's unfair, but it's 2 sets of rules. The guys that they find attractive, they're going to be more favorable to. It's not fair. You know what I'm saying? But we do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
But as hard as you try, you still find yourself doing the same thing. Because you still find yourself the more attractive women. You give them a little bit more leeway, a little bit more grace, unfortunately. And they probably should be the ones who get the least amount of grace because they're entitled with their mindset. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing about it. But yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Damn. It is true. I agree. Black America with the $2. LOL. You wrong for that with the fat chicks, Hank.
I did it too.
Man, I just look. I heard it before. I was wrong. I should be doing it. But look, it allowed me to learn how to talk to them, learn how to have conversation with them. And again, their conversation is very little to no difference than a pretty chick's. I promise you, they're not. And so, with that being said, now I know how to have the confidence as well as handle the rejections and know how to have the conversation with them. And find out their interest and what makes them interesting to me and what makes me interested in them. So, hey, I had to do my practice, man. You know, we all play the game, you know, who could get the most numbers. You know, we went to the malls, the skating range, the gallerias, the theater. That's what we did. We threw it on the table, whoever had the most numbers. I knew how to get my numbers up. hey, I can't just go after all the pretty girls if I want to win this contest. I'm gonna have to take some L's and take some of these ugly girl numbers. Now, am I gonna call them? No, probably not. But I need to do what I need to do to compete.
Yeah,
That's hey, Hank, that's crazy because it ain't like they pictures was on the phone numbers.
No, they on napkins. Nobody on napkins. Nobody knows if they could. I could have 10 ones. It didn't matter. I got the most numbers. Now I'm winning this. I'm winning this money. I won this contest. Y'all need to hit these push-ups. You know, us broke kids, we ain't got no money. Y'all gotta hit these push-ups.
Yeah.
They said if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right?
No, yeah.
But hey, no, is it cheating? Is it cheating? We just had to hit the girls' numbers.
Listen, we used to go to the mall, and me and my cousin, we was like 13, 14. We would go to the mall, go to Sears, whatever the JC Penney says, spray all the cologne on us and go get some numbers. The whole emphasis was we would be talking about girls, so they had to be looking as good as that girl or up. Like we had a standard, but I never thought about other people playing the game and like just getting the numbers, just get the numbers, because we got to describe what she looked like, where you got to add, what you said to her. Like we had to do all of that because we was out, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we do what Hank and them did, cause you know why? Cause back in the day when we was kids, like a body was a body, like
what is that?
like cause he act like, oh, she ain't cute. I said, you want to come? Like that. See, if he ain't gonna reject it, I don't want to hear your mouth. You know what I mean? We just spoke it up too. When Osa hit the panel last Tuesday, he could have said anything. He could have said anything, and they was gonna nod to it. Once he told him he's 6'3", this nigga black as midnight. You know what I'm saying? Like they like shit, man. He could have said Osa was pie. I didn't even say hi to him. I'm just talking. Osa was good with the $5. Agreed. Men gotta take a hit and keep going. That's a fact. Get back out there, sport. The game go how the game goes. That's a fact, though. 100%, man. 100%. Oh, so Osa, if y'all watch the clips, we gonna get a chance. Osa and Fatty had a little bit of a spat.
I watched it.
Yeah, so Wednesday they going one-on-one. We're gonna get this shit clear. So if y'all not doing nothing, tune in Wednesday. I'm a 9 p.m. Eastern. They gonna get on about 10 p.m. Eastern to have that conversation. So I got some good ass questions. Shout out to my man Gunny, help me carry him up. But also I think them two could just have an organic conversation. So I'm interested for that for sure, man. Damn, man, I gotta go put this couch together. Hank, any final words, my brother? Speaking of that, Hank, when's your next hey Joe, do me World Class, you got a channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, put it in the back chat for me. And then hey Joel, do me a favor. Can you post World Class and Hank channels in the chat, please? Hank, any final when's the next show and all that?
Man, matter of fact, I'm having a show tonight, a special show with my son, a one-on-one with my son. So that's gonna be a great show tonight. Really looking forward to doing that with him. He was open to it. It's gonna be his first year. He's a freshman in college, so it's gonna be his first year playing college basketball. So his first game is gonna be on Thursday. So I'm just gonna interview him, talk about how what his prediction is and what he's thinking about this coming season and all that good stuff.
At 7, right?
Yes, sir. 7 p.m. Eastern.
Give me the link to that one so we can put it in the chat.
I'm on my phone.
I can do it. I can probably.
Okay, you got it.
You said it. Yeah, go ahead, World Class. Can you do it?
Yeah, I'm about to find it for you. Put it in the private.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool, Hank. Yeah, man. He's a freshman.
Yeah, he's a freshman.
Damn, that's
so
those days, boy. Is he playing basketball?
Yeah, basketball.
Okay, he went there for to play ball, or he just playing? He playing because he love it.
No, he got recruited and signed and everything to play college basketball. So he's pumped, man. He's pumped.
What position he
play?
So
I'm point guard.
Okay, yeah. Damn, man, yo, basketball is harder too. Football, you got more divisions. There's a lot of basketball teams, but you only got 1, 2, and 3. You know, football, you got the FCS and the FBS, which opens up the, and then there's what, 80 people on the college football team, 100 people almost. So
yeah, they usually have an 83 man roster for college football.
And then when you go to the playoffs, they have to bring it down. But yeah, you got so many people on the team. Thank you, Joel. Damn, that's good, man. That's good. Well, let him know we proud of him. That's for damn sure.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. It's a whole different world when they paying you to be there, and that shit, boy. That shit ain't no joke, man. So
well, yeah, and I told him, I said the blessing is you going to school for free, man. You got kids walking around campus, man. They on work studies to pay for school, or they getting student loans, or hoping their parents have some type of endowment to help them pay for school. Yeah. You ain't got them issues, brother. You ain't got them issues, so take advantage of it.
You know what's ill, Hank? Like those issues are alleviated, but what they do is give you a whole other list of issues that other people can't even see or dream. You know what I mean? Being a college athlete. The demands, food, your weight, like it's just so much. Can you produce? Can you deliver? The next freshman coming in, that's trying to take your spot. I remember when I first went to college, they give you all this, you this, you that, right? It was 25 linebackers in the linebacker room. I was already undersized, like just in terms of the position. So I'm like, I gotta play safety, let alone fucking these 20 linebackers. Now that was 30 pounds ago, of course. But there's so much shit going through your head. You in the film study. Hey, what you still doing here? I'm not trying to redshirt. I'm trying to get on the field. I gotta learn this defensive playbook that's this thick. Yeah. In high school, you could be athletic, know a little bit, you can make a play. You got to know all this shit. And the coach doing a sign like that. I'm like, this motherfucker, I can't see. Like, it just, I don't know. I'm filibustering, but I just remember those days. So
I know what you're saying, because I remember they said in order you don't feel, hey, you got to be up to 235. I was at 215 when I came in. So I'm going down. And it's old school days where, there's only three different flavors of milkshake for weight gainer. You had chocolate, vanilla, and banana. That was it.
Yeah.
And that shit was doing those days, it was chunky. So it's not like it is now. I had to gain them 20 pounds in order to get on the field. That's what he told me.
Yeah. And it's that real. It's that simple.
Yeah.
When I was pledging, Hank, I lost 40 pounds. The coach called me in the office. He said, nigga, just like that, verbatim, nigga, whatever you're doing, you better stop doing it. Verbatim. That's all he said. He like, get out. He knew because he was a Q2, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yo, it's almost over, but damn, man, that shit was interesting, man. Hey, man, I really appreciate y'all. World class. Oh, plug your shit. When your next show and all that?
I got over 400 some videos. We can move more into pre-records now. But I'll be going live any sparingly. You never know. Just to holler at the supporters.
When's your release schedule to the videos? Or do you release like once a week, twice a week?
I'm gonna get back to every day. So just catching up, took a little break because wanted to shift, moving more to self-development type stuff. We did dust panels enough, but I got well over 400. Get caught up. I talked about a lot of stuff, man, that I thought people need to know. Modern money mechanics, etymology, parsing, syntax, a lot of stuff on relationships. I had to drag a few people. Your guest tonight is one of them. But things happen.
No doubt. So that show's tomorrow. Tonight's just the ladies.
Tomorrow night. Oh yeah, the ladies. Yeah. I'm gonna check that out.
So, yeah, man, 9 p.m. Eastern, and then Hank will be on at 7 p.m. Eastern, right, Hank? Is it Eastern?
Yeah, good. I can catch both.
Yes, sir. 7 p.m. Eastern.
All right, cool. Yeah, man. I just moved to Texas. So I'm still getting used to that. Yeah, man. It's cool so far. Hey, I'm gonna definitely. World class. Do me a favor. Put your email in the back chat. I definitely want to do this right here. I already got Hank's contact. You should do an episode talk more about confidence. I think you're right. That'd be interesting. Yeah. Joe, we're gonna do that for sure. I'm gonna hit you. Damn, man. I appreciate y'all, brothers. Y'all be safe. Do the right thing. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. You feel me?
Yeah. Right on, big brother. Thanks for having me, Ham. All right, world class. Y'all be easy, baby.
appreciate it. Hey, Hank, stop being light skin.
All right.
It's offensive. All right, peace out.
Be safe, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in.
I'll see you tonight, Hank. Peace.
Indeed. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We out.
This Might Be Risky sponsorship package is here. Have your ad run on our live streaming episodes, linked in the video description and attached to our many hot take clips. The channel is fast growing with thousands of views and subscribers. Don't miss your chance to grow your business on one of the fastest growing platforms on YouTube. Join the family today. This Might Be Risky. Email us at thismightberisky@gmail.com if interested. #Indeed, #do the right thing.
Direction, choose your own path.
Don't just wear anything. Wear garments that mean something. We got hats. We got sweatshirts. We got jackets. We even got hoodies. Let's not forget our classic tees. Direction, choose your own path.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basic. Pay attention. Stay alert. And remember, choose your own path.